Welcome to the table. I'm Nate Garland, your historian for this evening. Thanks so much for joining us. Since the camera's pointing at us, you can say hi.
Hi.
Yes, right now. Not everyone is here, but they will be. Don't worry. Before we begin, let's open up the records for review. Basic training is over, and Squad Ada embarks on Operation Vargensbane. Rock receives a promotion to the rank of Reshik, and also receives a tattoo of Nalia Dawkins' name. The young woman tells Rock she is staying at Dekravos. A fearful and frustrating turn of events for the elder Medvedev. The group meets Mikhail at the safe house, where they develop aliases to better assist in moving about the city. Yannick applies for a position for a local newspaper, while Morbid and Oliver, under the guise of siblings, use their skills at a local clinic. Operation Vargensbane has begun. There and there. A young soldier points at the ceiling in the entrance of Ravensguard Fortress. You can't see it no more. That's what came down, he explains to Declan, the young man writing furiously in his journal. Blowing a lock of hair out of his face, he squints at the ceiling. Unbelievable. No one would ever know, he says. Not anyone in particular. It's been 30 years, mate. Do you think they would have cleaned it up by now? The soldier says through a grin. Of course. It's just sad that history can be covered up like this. The young man says as he continues to make notes. The soldier leans in to get a better look at what Declan is writing and asks, "Who you say you was?" The soldier asks. "Just an amateur author. I'm writing a history on the Great War," Declan replies, closing the journal, keeping his finger inside the book as to not lose his place. It was my understanding that as long as I made an appointment, I could schedule a tour. The fort is open to the public, is it not? Declan asks, immediately regretting becoming defensive. Righto, it's just... we've stopped at every nook and cranny on the way. I won't be able to show you the more interesting stuff if we run out of time, the soldier explains. Right. That's fine. But one more question. And maybe we can forgo the rest of the tour, if you have any information. Well, first of all, from what I've heard, all Petrograd members were here on the day the fortress fell. Declan asks, his desire for knowledge giving confidence to his question. He was, after all, his grandfather's grandson. As far as I know, the soldier answers. At the end, they were in this room, correct? The Petrograd, Declan pursues. The soldier points as he speaks. The king stood exactly where you are now, Rylan where I am, Katerina somewhere close to the door, and Allison on a perch. He points up the nearby steps leading to a window overlooking the front of the fortress. Miles had already gone down below to help the rest of the army out. And Field Marshal Valensky was at the top of the stairs when Katerina brought the house down, so to speak. The man smiles, proud of his own wit. Right, Declan replies while tapping his pen on his lips. Miles, or General Delatar. He is alive. I'm not sure. I think either left the army or disappeared or something, the soldier replies. Can't say no one knows for certain. He ain't talk about too much no more. Declan paces the room, getting his bearings once again. So, that's one missing member, still presumed alive. The others either dead or captured. Their bodies were never recovered, Declan asks, hoping he hasn't pushed his luck. From what I heard, when the army came back to the fortress, it wasn't. The soldier replies, also hoping he wasn't pushing his luck. And no one knows what happened after that. No rumor as to why Falstat just decided to pack it up and go home. Declan pushes again. I'm not really privy to that information. And I probably shouldn't be saying too much more on the subject if I did. The soldier says, clearly uncomfortable with the conversation. Do you want to see the artillery yard? The soldier suggests. Yes, it's fine. Lead the way, Declan replies. Well, a lead was a lead. He wouldn't be able to ask Petrio about that day. Too suspicious. But there was at least one Petrogard member that wasn't presumably killed by Falstat. It was time to find Miles Delaton. Thanks for joining us for Season 1, Episode 11. Welcome to the table. And we're back. March 16th, 617 AC. Or Cricket, you wake? Oliver says to you as you are both in your room. You're just at that state where you are falling asleep. You're just about there. And it's like when your wife wants to tell you something at that time. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We hate it when our wives tell us things.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. If you were,
What is it?
Look, do you really think I'm useless?
What?
That's what you told everybody
When did I say that?
earlier today.
I don't remember saying that. You're crazy.
No, I don't think I am.
I don't remember saying that. You're not useless. Sorry if I said it.
But you don't feel that way?
No, why would I think you're useless?
I don't know. because I don't want to be here.
Oh, okay, I see why I said that then. No, I don't think you're useless, Oliver. Good night.
Just another question. Sorry. Just things on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're going to see Richard again?
I don't know, maybe. It's a little difficult now with these secret identities. Especially since I don't even know what my secret identity is right now. What do you ask?
I'm just curious, I guess. It seems like your brother probably doesn't want you to see him.
Yeah, my brother doesn't want me doing a lot of things. He thinks that I'm useless.
It doesn't feel good.
You get used to it. You just have to fight against people that think you're useless and prove them wrong.
Do you think that it's going to be alright with him in charge?
Oh yeah, he's been in charge all his life. He's used to it. The real question is, do you think you're useless?
I mean, I guess if you would define useless. To the mission, to Falstat. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I would say.
There's your problem. You just can't think that you're useless. Because if you think that you're useless, then you'll believe it when other people say it.
I don't really want to, what they want is different than what I want, I guess.
Well, one's man useless is another man's useful. Like me, I'm useless to Rock. What can I give him that he wants, other than my own pain and suffering? So I'm pretty useless there. And I can't read. Well, I'm learning, so I'm useless at reading. But there's things I'm good at. You just gotta find your use in those areas. You're useful, Oliver.
You, on that reading thing.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been reading to practice?
Mostly what Lydia gives me. I got this letter from my mom, from my dad, that I've been trying to read. I didn't get very far in it yet, but part of me doesn't really want to read it either because I'm afraid of what it might say. Richard gave me this book, but I didn't really look into that much either yet.
He gave you a book.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see what it is?
Oh yeah, sure. Toss it to him.
Catches it. Opens it up.
Probably something about cooking and bread. He's into that as much as I am.
Actually, there is something about bread in here.
Yeah, I knew it. He's pretty predictable. He's nice, but I know a bread guy when I see one.
That's interesting. There's a recipe in here
Mm-hmm.
for bread that after you eat it, you're never hungry again.
Wait, really? Do you think you can make bread on bread sandwich with that? Or would that be too filling? Because if you eat a piece of bread that, after you eat it, you never want bread again. If you eat another piece of bread of the same bread after that, do you think you'd probably want to throw up?
So, here, he kind of brings it over to you. He says, so this story here, this is about a man named Yunua. And he was sent to tell people about the Almighty. He had all these people that followed him around. And they were hungry.
So you knew it was the chef. Or the baker, I guess. I wonder if he was like Yannick. I'd
So-
follow him around too, though. He had everlasting bread.
So, this crowd of people follows him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're all hungry. And Yunua, he sets the book down. Yunua tells his, he had 12 men that were like his inner followers, his good friends. And he tells him, these people, they're hungry. We should probably take care of them. Now, they were poor guys, right? They didn't have money.
Mm-hmm.
And to feed, there were 5,000 people. 5,000. More. That was just the men. 5,000 plus their wives, their children. We're talking maybe 15, 25, 20,000 people, right?
Hmm.
And they say, well, how are we going to do this? There's this child, this boy, that has he's got 5 loaves of bread
My man.
and 2 fish. That's all they could find. It says, have the people sit down. So the crowd of people sits out on this hilltop, right? And it takes bread and starts breaking the fish. It just keeps multiplying. More and more. And they start passing it out to all these people sitting around, right? They're eating and they're getting full. Afterwards, his followers, 12 guys, they go out and they get the rest. And they fill 12 baskets full of leftover bread and fish.
Everlasting fish.
So the crowd is rejoicing, right? He fed us. That's great. He goes away for a bit. Spends some time with his disciples. Comes back.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd follows him. He tries to tell them that who he was. Do you know who he claimed he was?
Best baker in the world.
Well, close.
Definitely.
Son of the Almighty.
Huh.
And he says, I have bread that is everlasting. And they're like, okay, fine, but we're hungry right now. Can you do what you did again? And he said, no. He tells him, my body is the everlasting bread. My blood, the everlasting drink, water.
Wait, they drank his blood?
You know what he told him?
Hmm.
Have eternal life they have. And because he said that, all of these people, they left. They said, this is ridiculous. Who is this man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd probably leave with them. I mean, this guy is asking me to drink his blood and eat bread that isn't there, but is there. And he said, yeah, sounds like a crazy guy to me.
You know, a lot of them thought that. I have to admit, it does sound a little crazy. After the large group just left, 12, who's friends of his, who were there. And he says, they've all left, are you going to leave too? And his one disciple, a man named Peter, he says to him, Lord, where would we go? You have the words of eternal life. He wasn't going to give it up. So many heard that Yeshua was a savior. Many heard that their sins could be forgiven. But they didn't want that. So they left.
What's a sin?
Everything that we do that the Almighty doesn't like.
What does the Almighty not like?
Things that hurt. Doesn't feel good to be lied to, does it?
I guess not.
Doesn't feel good to be taken advantage of. Doesn't feel good to hurt other people.
No.
So when Yeshua came and he sent these things, he was trying to show people what true love was. And that in and of themselves they weren't going to find any sort of hope. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but well, we're just not great people.
I mean, I think you're pretty alright. You're a little hard on yourself, but other than that...
Yeah, but I've done things I shouldn't, right? You've done things you shouldn't have.
Yeah, like you read those, what you call them, scriptures, you got through in a hole.
You know what, I would do that one again.
I don't mean to each his own, I guess. If you like holes.
So the scriptures, right, brings up a good point. Do you know what they are?
Oh, it was contraband.
So the scriptures are the words of the Almighty, written down by human authors. The Almighty gave them the words to write. And they wrote these stories down. The beginning of Teraband up until the point where Yeshua came. His story lived. And then his followers afterwards. It's just history. A true history. But beyond that, inside of those words is eternal life.
Inside the words is eternal life.
From the beginning, by reading those, what you see is the Almighty creating this world. These people that lived and died all wanting and needing some way to be pulled out of a bad situation. You see, when the Almighty made the first people, they lived with Him in harmony. There wasn't any war or death or hatred. They walked in a garden with Him in perfect communion. But there was another, the adversary. He was also created by the Almighty as a being not like humans, a heavenly being, one that lived in the divine sea. But this adversary, he thought himself better than the Almighty. His own creator, the man who gave him life, right? And so he thought he could be better. So the Almighty cast him out. And so in this garden where these first two people lived, the adversary came. And he lied to him. Not totally, but just a little bit. Just a little bit of a lie. In the middle of this garden, there was two trees. One was a tree of life, and it was a symbol of their everlasting communion with the Almighty. There was another tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the Almighty told them, you can't eat of this one. No, you just don't do it. I gave you all of this other things. Eat those. Well, one day in the garden, this man and this woman were near this tree. This adversary comes in the form of a serpent, a snake. And he said, did the Almighty really say that if you ate this fruit, what did He say would happen? And they said, oh, He said we would die. And He said, you're not gonna die. No, if you eat this fruit, you'll be like Him, knowing good and evil. And they saw it, and it looked good. Best fruit they've ever seen. So the woman grabs some fruit, gives one to her husband. And then they knew the knowledge of good and evil. But they also knew they were going to die. They broke that communion with the Almighty by not obeying Him. So, from that point forward, all of us, you, me, everybody who's ever lived on Terabang, we've had that rebellious spirit, thinking we're better. We want to be like God. We want to know, and we know what's best for us, right? But really what came of it was selfishness, corruption, only ever evil thoughts, and hopelessness. And so when you read in those scriptures, these stories of these people, all the way from there and throughout this history, up to Yunua, they were looking for somebody to save them. So, thousands of years after this, in a little town in East Alan, The Almighty sent his son, who is the Almighty. I know. Just go with me here.
I'm trying to. This is a lot for so late.
He comes, and he's born as a person, a human. And he lives a life without sin. He never does anything wrong. They couldn't stand it. Imagine if you knew somebody who never did anything wrong. Ever. But because of that, you always knew of all of the things you did wrong. Right? They would come up, they'd be in your mind all the time. Right?
Uh-huh. Because he's perfect?
Yeah.
Sounds kind of annoying.
So he never does anything wrong. And he tells everybody that follows him, at least hears his words, and says, I've been sent by my Father, the Almighty, and I am bringing life for you. All you have to do is believe that I am who I said I am. Pretty novel idea. Something, I don't know, different. He didn't like that. This man can't claim to be God. And so, brings us back to the story. He does all these miracles when he's alive. Many signs. He casts evil spirits out of people. He heals the sick. He raises a man from the dead. And he gives people some bread. But right after all of these instances, you know what they did? It's okay.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. It was a rhetorical question.
Oh.
It's cool. No problem.
I mean, yeah. It's late.
Yeah. They captured him. They beat him. They put him on a cross and they killed him. But that's from the human standpoint. Throughout his life, he told his followers what was going to happen. He was going to have to die. Because the Almighty demands a sacrifice for all the sins of Terrible. So he knew what his Father's will was. And from an outside point perspective, you could say that they took him and they put him there. But no, he laid his own life down. He said, I love every person because I made them. And I am going to die for them. So he follows the will of his Father, goes to the cross, and he dies.
Mm-hmm.
And his followers mourn because he said all of these things and now he's dead. Forever. And then they wait and they don't know what to do. 3 days later, he appears to them. They find his tomb where he was laid, where his body was laid down. They saw him dead, and it was gone. And he appears to them, letting them know he's alive. And he's given them a mission to tell everybody about him. Go all over the ring. Tell everybody that all they need to do to be right with the Almighty is know that they have done wrong. Accept that they have done wrong. Look to him. Believe that what he did on that cross and being raised again to life is enough for them to be right with the Almighty. And then he went back up there. He looks out the window to the divine seat. And then in the other parts of the scriptures, it's his followers just helping the cult from that point forward, establishing what would be the followers if you knew, telling people about what he did. Mm-hmm. And that's what the scriptures are.
Huh. Well, that's a lot. Did you read a pit through that?
He gives it back to you, but he opens up the book. This is a Gospel of John that he gave you. It's part of the scriptures. But he opens it up. You see, like, numbers. All of these words, and they're all separated by numbers and things. He goes to this, says he reads from this one section. This right here. And we just, all this is just to let people know where we're at, whenever we're reading. This is John 15, the chapter, and this is verse 18. He begins to read. If the world hates you, this is talking. Understand that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love you as its own. However, because you were not of the world, but I have chosen you out of it, the world hates you. Remember the word I spoke to you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will also keep yours. But they will do all these things to you on account of my name, because they don't know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. Now they have no excuse for their sin. The one who hates me also hates my Father. If I had not done the works among them that no one else has done, they would not be guilty of sin. Now that they have seen and hated both me and my Father. But this happened so that the statement written in their law might be fulfilled. They hated me for no reason. So, I think that Falstat can throw me in a pit as much as they want. Because they hate him. I can't generalize. I don't know if the hearts of everyone in there, but it goes against what they want. They don't want this. So, if they ever want to throw me in a pit again, I don't want you protecting me. They hated my Savior. And if they hate me too, I'm alright with that.
Well, I guess it's your choice then.
Tell you what was helpful. He flips a little bit more. Actually, sorry, he continues along. So when Yunua left and went back to the Divine Sea, he sent his Holy Spirit, also the Almighty. And this Spirit is our comforter, those that believe. He says this about him: when the Counselor comes, the one I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father, he will testify about me. You also will testify, because you have been with me from the beginning. Now this statement was not for me, this was for his disciples. But I can take that truth. I have that same Holy Spirit. So, yeah, I think I am useless to them. But that's okay.
Huh.
I would take this, and I'm not going to tell anybody what you have, but I would read it. It's not too long. It's just one book of the Bible.
I don't know, man. This is a lot.
You're right, it is.
Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. There's Father, Son, Spirit, all the same person. There's bread that never runs out, fish that never runs out. There's blood that you have to drink. There's a guy that dies because of what he believes or what he represents and asks us to do the same. Or at least that will be persecuted. I don't really get it.
You know? That's alright. All those other things, the parts of it that don't make sense. Sometimes you learn, and sometimes you don't. The Almighty is a bit of a mystery.
Well, I'm sorry I said that you were useless. I like you. And I like Richard. There's something different about you guys. Which is why I will read this. Maybe I'll understand it eventually. I don't know.
Do you...
What's the purpose? So, we fell into sin. Sin's everything that's bad. There's a guy that makes us feel bad about our sin because he's perfect. So he dies. And why would you even want to live forever?
Well, you don't really have a choice. So, this life, this very, very short life, it'll come to an end. Every one of us, we face death. Whether that be on the battlefield or in old age, it comes. And I think anybody who's a lot older than us will tell you that life is short. But after that, it doesn't matter if you believe in you or not. You continue on. And if you believe in what he said, he gave us a way to be with him. He can't be with those who don't accept him. Because by accepting him, he pays our price. And we can be with the Almighty. But if you don't accept it, you'll continue on. But you'll be forever separated from the Almighty in judgment. A place of awful, just awfulness.
A pit?
Yeah, kind of like a pit.
To me, it seems no matter what choice you make, you end up in a pit.
Yeah, but one is just very fleeting. Because once these pits are done in this life, I will be with my Savior. Never in pain, never in sadness, with everyone that I love. Not in some ethereal mumbo jumbo thing, but alive, living,
Up there,
working.
in the divine seat.
After this, pretty soon, I believe, Yanu is coming back. You see, he told us that he's coming back. And all those that believe, we're going to be with him forever. In a new place. All of this, he looks around, it's going to get destroyed. So whether it's a new divine seed, I'm not quite sure. But I think it's going to be quite a lot like it is here, except better. Because when Yunua put those two in the garden, it was a lot like here, but a lot better.
So a lot to take in, Oliver.
Yeah, it is. Do you mind if we talk with the Almighty for a minute? You can listen. It's okay.
Okay.
He just looks up. Not really focusing on anything. But you see him.
You can talk to him?
Yeah, he's real. Watch. Almighty, we thank you for another day. For everything that you give us. For everything that you've done for us. I thank you that myself and Cricket are safe, at least for the time being. I want to pray for him. You know he's searching. We all are. Help him understand the words on the page. I pray for everyone in our group. The situation isn't wonderful where we are. But I know that you're in control. If I die on a battlefield, It'll be nice to see you. But we do pray for peace. Thank you again. Your son's name we pray. Amen.
Now what?
Oh, I was just talking with him.
Nothing happens?
Oh. He looks around. There's many things happening. Can't see him. But I'm reminded day in and day out that he watches over me, and that his words that he gave us are true. And he told us to pray. He told us to talk with him.
Which one are you talking to?
It doesn't actually really matter too much. Normally, I'm talking with the Father. But all the Almighty. They all have their purposes.
Do you have a father in real time, like down here?
I do.
Is anything like that?
It's supposed to be a picture of it. I know a lot of people who don't have great fathers. So, they kind of resent the Almighty for that. But we're human. We fail each other all the time. But the old... Oh, sorry.
Can I try? Mr. You knew us, sir. I don't know if you're real or if you're actually listening or if you'll do anything. I never knew my father. If you're real, I hope he's up there with you. Things are pretty rough down here. I feel silly.
It's alright. I feel silly a lot. But I don't care. I don't care what people around me think about this. Father, you knew her. They love me. I love them. That's enough.
It's quiet.
It's weird. Thought your brother would be snoring louder.
Honestly, you might need to check on him.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
he's
probably a good
dead.
idea.
Yeah.
We can bring everybody back in. When you read that, just give it time. You know?
Yeah, I'll try.
Oh, go ahead.
You're all right, Oliver.
You are too, Cricket.
Even if you're useless.
Even if I'm useless. Good night, Cricket.
Good night, Oliver. Oh, he's alive. Guess we don't need to check on him. They don't like stay open, so you guys put like a block.
Give us a moment while we reset. Get everyone nice and clicked in.
There should be like a block or stick or something that I propped it up with.
Yikes!
Is there a smaller one? Oh yeah, there is.
It's gonna make the noise again.
Here's a question. Would you be playing any music on the radio in the home?
Oh, absolutely.
And there you go.
Do we have a radio? That's so fun.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I would have picked too.
Beautiful. March 17th. 6:17 AC. You all wake to the noise of a radio. Very loud downstairs.
What? When did we get a radio? I'll head downstairs.
Lydia, describe what you're doing.
I am making a very nice breakfast that is not grits for the first time. It probably has eggs, omelets, muffins from scratch. Just a lot of food. There's a lot of food.
It smells amazing down here. Did you... Where did you get that radio?
Where did I get the radio?
You found it. It was in a closet.
Oh, I found it in the closet.
And it worked.
Well, I had to fix it up a little bit, but
Oh.
it worked.
I am now just coming away.
He floats out of bed.
What's that smell?
Oliver comes.
Running down the steps. What's that smell?
Breakfast?
Breakfast is ready! And I hand you a plate with bread on bread, but it's homemade bread, and there's bacon and eggs in the middle. But it's better than just bread on bread.
We'll see about that.
Rock would be coming back from running.
Okay. Yep.
So I would have to do the knock on the door. Like, we do a secret knock, or was it just his name?
I think it was a secret knock. I don't remember what we chose.
Our code was if it's
Yeah, if we're in danger, it's
we're in
hurry up. It's
danger,
cold outside.
hurry up, it's cold outside. But
So I'm doing like the.
I'll get it. Okay. Keep
That
working.
must
Yeah,
be the secret code. I don't
It's
remember.
the knock.
Who is it?
Yuri Dawkins.
Open the door. Just testing you.
Oh, it's. What happened here?
Lydia is making breakfast.
Almost a little too pleasant, don't you think?
She settled in very quickly.
This is.
I fixed the radio, Rock!
This is uncomfortable and odd for me.
I
But
think she's a homebody.
yeah. But I didn't eat breakfast, so this is a.
You can come and sit down now, it's ready!
Uh huh.
It's really good.
Let's see where this goes. Yeah, I'll go do the thing. Get a plate, make food.
Yeah. But it's nice. It's not buffet style, y'all. Like, everything's set out on the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll sit down.
I've already finished mine.
Yeah.
Would
Oliver,
you like more?
Yes, I would.
All right.
Oliver actually, as you're doing that, Oliver butts in with his plate. Just knocks him out of the way.
Oh, yes, you can have more. There's...
Hey, that's a
It's
sin.
like, you're probably right.
Just remember, guys, we only have... We're not splurging. We have money for...
Oh, don't worry. This
We
was
have
all...
money?
I budgeted out
we
everything.
were given money for food, and we don't have infinite of it, so
No,
let's-
of course not. But, like, I budgeted out everything, and this is all from scratch, so
Okay.
I'm making it
I
stretch.
also don't want the recruits getting fat, so we need to...
We're not gonna get fat.
I'm saying... No high carbs going forward.
Where's your carb?
What is that?
It's the part of the engine that starts the right combustion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No eating combustion engines.
So that seems like an easy thing not to do.
I hate the part when he speaks to me.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
No,
It's the hardest part about being the Reshik.
Also, Morphe, do you have that deck of cards?
In the room. I'll go grab it.
I shuffle it and I deal out a card to every single person. All right. On the count of 3, everybody show your card. Whoever has the
Wait.
We didn't count to 3.
yeah, ready? 3, 2,
I already
1.
showed it anyway.
Whoever has the lowest is doing dishes.
Right, well, guess I'll get to it.
I'll.
Thank you.
I won't.
That's not something I'm going to be doing, even if I had the lowest one. That's crazy.
That was a bad game.
Yeah, that wasn't a fun game at all. I
Usually card games are fun.
at least wanted to scoff that we were having fun instead
It's a
of
cultural game.
doing like a...
No, leave it to
Mission
me
prep?
to ruin a game, Cricket.
But
Don't
instead
worry
of
about
doing
it.
mission...
We don't play that one in school.
No.
No.
Most of our card games involve somebody getting hurt if they lose, or somebody having to take off a piece of clothing.
Hmm.
I don't like to play the second one, but they do.
That's
Yeah.
Very
It's mostly men in the mine, just to be clear.
Sometimes after they're done playing the games, they all like walk weird and fall over.
why.
That's part of the game, I guess.
Yeah.
It looks like fun, honestly.
Bang.
Fascinating.
Pretend not to know what it is in front of Rock.
That's
Make the dishes quick, Oliver. We need to leave by 7:45.
They're already done.
Oh,
I literally, I didn't do anything. It was...
that's impressive.
Can we talk about... This seems ridiculous. Can we talk about work schedules? Because we need to, do the mission that we're here to do.
We are doing the mission.
No, the mission is the mission. You guys are doing your cover, which is fine, but I'm just asking, when do we have free time to do the
Actually,
thing that we need to do?
I combined our mission with our cover.
In what way?
We're at a clinic close to the warehouse.
Oh.
If anything bad happens around town, doctors will be the first to know.
It's only been one day, so they only went that one time.
I plan on actually tutoring a few students around town, and kids like to talk.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so when do you get off?
Not sure. We never really discussed time just to be there in
Just
the
to
morning.
keep it clear, while we're all here, can we have a mission re-debriefing?
Yes, that's what's going on right now.
You're just talking about the mission.
Yeah,
What's the
but-
mission again?
Yeah, we're getting there
Okay, why didn't you start with that?
because I'm first trying to figure out when we can actually do the mission stuff.
Okay, usually when you do a debriefing, you start with the mission.
But
and
this is
then
a
we talk-
re-debriefing or a de-rebriefing, so it's a different order of things.
But you still got to keep it in order, and I'm just trying to help
So
you be a
what's
better
the
wretched.
mission?
We need to. I think that we need to go to this warehouse and covertly
Check it out.
check it out. Nothing strange unless we see a reason to do something strange.
We shouldn't probably go as a large group.
I mean, I think that everybody can come. Not everybody needs to go in, but it would certainly help to have a look at it.
These warehouses, are they currently full of workers? Like, what's the
I don't think
there
that we know much, so we need to
how's the-
scope it out and
how's
see if it's
the
empty.
relationship between workers and because I know back home we had a lot of strikes happening when we left. Is it similar?
There was a
here?
miners' union, yeah, I don't know. Does anybody know about a union?
I can find out. Might be working for the newspaper now.
Might be.
I mean, they didn't officially hire me, but
Okay.
I applied.
Well, I can read now, so, anything you want to run past me, like, I'm happy to, give my thoughts.
Great.
You know you're still sweating from the run.
Yeah, that's what happens when you exercise. You sweat. It's your body getting rid of impurities. It's actually a good thing. You should try to do it.
We
I
are
feel great.
also investigating the thefts.
From the warehouse.
No.
The theft.
From
the petty
Around
theft.
the city.
But that's just like petty theft. Like, do we know specific, do we have any specifics on specific thefts, or we're just looking out for petty theft?
It wasn't the thing about it is that it wasn't wealthy things. It wasn't jewelry and things you would want to steal. It was
So what
survival
were they?
Right. But so what I'm asking is, do we have specifics? Like, could we investigate a robbery, or do we have to wait for one to happen? So we have to wait for one to happen.
We could stage a place with food. And we have a lot of food here.
Well, I don't like that idea. I don't like getting rid of our own food, but I do like the idea of staging an easy robbery. Maybe we'll have to use our own food if we can't come up with something else. Maybe we just make it look like food.
A medical station.
I don't have that many supplies.
Right, but could we make stuff look like medical supplies?
Sure.
That seems like a lot of extra work.
I'm
Well-
sure you could create fake medical
let's
kits
back it
that
up.
are just full of paper.
We got the bag of rice. We could dump the bag of rice into other containers and fill that bag of rice with grass or something, and then it's a bag of rice to them. That's what I'm saying.
That is fair, but where would we put it? We don't have a business as a front.
We'll figure it out.
I know, but if we are just putting it on our front stoop, anybody who wants rice could just grab it.
Right. We're not formulating a plan right this second. We're in the brainstorming part of the plan. So, we're just, thinking about stuff.
Got it.
I mean, if we think that the thefts are related to the Edivarians, then it's not a bad idea to set up ourselves as bait.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You are Edivarian, right?
No. Adelian.
Italian. Oh, that's right. Edivarian Italian. Can you do an Edivarian accent?
No.
Can you try?
No. I
Are you
won't.
sure? That
Please.
sounds kind of like.
I don't even want to try. I'm not an actor. I don't think it would go well. I
Sounds
blow all
like
of our covers.
You almost did one
Some say that the Sculpt accent sounds Edivarian in nature.
I've heard that.
I've heard it. I don't personally see it. The other thing I wanted to touch on was trust among the group.
Well, this should be good.
I don't want to get, as I've said in the past, I don't expect unearned respect, which is why I don't expect you guys to formally address me. But as Reshik, I would like to report to the superiors that I trust my squad. And that should be a mutual feeling, no? So I want to say that I do trust all of you to do the right thing when it comes down to it. Difficult decisions may need to be made when we're out doing these things. I trust you to make the right decisions, and I trust you to trust me to make the right decisions.
I take my mug of coffee for the greater good.
For the greater good.
For the greater good.
It's like a gesture. It's like a gesture that, you know.
Mine's empty. Oh, that's hard. Oh. Can I have some coffee?
Why are you asking me?
I thought you were the one that got us stuff.
It is at your place, is it not?
It's empty.
There is also a pitcher of coffee right here.
I just didn't see it.
To be fair,
When did Oliver's voice drop?
I'm 17 now.
First thing.
Well, what do you want me to do?
It's a great question.
Yeah, that's a great question. If you don't mind, I do think medical supplies are, you're right, something that they would go for. Again, I don't have that many, but if we can disguise a sack, burlap as, I mean, every clinic has a symbol. We cover it up with that. If anyone knows how to paint or draw.
You know, how many days ago was the fight?
That would have been on
March 16th?
Nope.
No.
The
March
12th.
Give me a moment.
My thought was, could we take it to there
Ninth.
and there still
March
be
9th.
like, okay, so we're a little bit away from that. So it is the old city, so they might not have infrastructure down. Could we check where the shooting was and see if it's still in a little bit of disrepair and maybe plant them there? I mean, we know that's a contested area.
More likely, they're going to be watching people who have routine. If we have some kind of cart,
Oh, you want to be robbed?
that's what you suggested, is
Right,
setting us out for bait.
Yeah.
Or, since we don't have the supplies, we could pretend to be hurt and go to somewhere that does have supplies. You know, do they have, like, like relief stations because of the war around at the moment?
I mean, I suppose that if the clinic has a tent, we could set one up on a corner.
But how is that?
Well, if we're there, it's the same thing as us doing it. Like, if someone is just there watching.
Right.
I mean, it'd still have to be covert, since we're not us right now. Just a thought.
You want to steal from a clinic?
I don't want to steal from a clinic. I'm just saying we're at a clinic watching. Because it's the same thing as if we set up a station.
Sure.
Someone could steal from us. Or we could go to the place that they're stealing from and
Well,
watch.
she didn't.
I think we
She
need to
suggested
figure
to
out-
not set up a station, but more like she's going to be carrying fake supplies to the clinic and get robbed.
And back.
Have they been robbing
Okay,
clinics
I
or
see,
stores?
I see,
People.
I see.
I think they've been robbing.
People.
And-
They've just been robbing.
So if Oliver and I are going to the clinic every day and we have fake supplies that we take
see.
with us every day,
I'm tracking
someone will get the routine down and probably, hopefully, target us.
So how do we? Are we just gonna let you guys handle that, or are we supposed to follow from afar and
I
be
would
able
s-
to intervene?
I would suggest keeping an eye on us.
I feel like my skills are better suited as a warehouse worker.
So you want to work at the warehouse?
You could get a job there, or at least
I
try
feel
to.
like with my mind, I could maybe make some sort of machine with like forks that can like pick stuff up,
Sure.
and then I could get certified.
Yes, I get it. And,
What?
and this will go on if I don't stop it.
Wait, you want to get certified for something you're building?
Yeah, like a fork, it has forks and it lifts. And if I could like become forklift certified, then
Here's
I could
the thing
get
about you
paid.
having a job, though, is there's going to be people there, and you like to talk to people.
I do like to.
And there's a lot of things that you're not supposed to say to people.
Well, I'm a different person now.
Remember
I've
what
made
you
up a
said
whole
about
backstory.
trust?
Yes, and I trust him to do a lot of things that aren't not say things.
We don't even know if this warehouse
Yeah.
is an actual functioning
Are you
business.
We need
It
to
could
scope
just
it
be
out.
an empty
West
building.
Delhi.
We'll just have to scope it out.
My name is Anthony Boompa. Where are you from again?
West Delhi.
And I'm from West Adelian,
That is not.
and I love the Almighty.
Let's keep a lid on
That's my
that type of thing. We just don't want to raise suspicions.
What was your name again?
Anthony?
Let him in.
Are we doing Antony or are we doing Polliver?
Where are you from?
East. Yeah, it's not going to work.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd be
maybe,
dead already.
We're not from
maybe you could
there.
keep an eye on us. Stick with us as we travel to and from the clinic.
Just make sure that you're not leading anyone back to the safe house. Make sure that
True.
part of your route is different each time.
True.
It
If I
wasn't bad West Delhi accent though. I'll give it.
Wasn't it?
maybe you should try an Edivarian accent.
Maybe you're the actor in the group.
Oh,
Untap
let's all keep
potential.
in mind. Oliver, you weren't there, but if those Edivarians that we met on the mountain were from here and they came and their base is here, we did let one go. The medic got away.
That's
We don't know
not
if he
good.
lived, though.
But he saw who we were.
He knows what we look like if he
He
did.
knows what we look like.
It's true.
I mean, me personally, it was very cold. I had like a.
I'm pretty sure the avalanche got him. The only reason that you survived is because you used another person.
Yeah, I don't
as
think
a
anybody
shield.
got away, did they?
No, he ran.
He ran before
Are
the
you
avalanche.
asking
But the avalanche
historian or
was
long or all?
like,
Did he get away?
like it goes all the way
yeah.
down.
Well, yes,
Okay,
but
we-
he might
One
have
ray.
missed it.
That's all you know.
Right.
Like
He
the
might have
other
gotten
direction.
far away
Also-
and then.
Let's keep in mind we're in
So he
funny
got hit
clothing and we
first.
look different than.
Potentially.
Correct.
There's no. I wouldn't. Like, yes, maybe don't get up close and personal with an Adivarian by yourself because we don't know what they know. We also, like, they could have been watching all Falstat soldiers. They would know us more from that. But still, we look different enough right now that I wouldn't worry too much about it. But yeah, definitely don't be. If you find out someone's a medallion, don't.
An
Edivarian.
Edivarian.
Adivarian.
It's
Don't.
really not that hard.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just going.
Also,
It
how
runs
are
in
we
the
supposed to
family.
carry weapons if, you know, you use a rifle and a saber?
We're not.
We're not carrying any weapons?
I mean,
on
I have
any
my
of
brass
these
knuckles
missions?
if I have to punch somebody in the
That's
face.
true.
Break their nose.
Maybe carry a knife.
The mind is the greatest weapon.
have a
the
pistol,
soldier
right?
can-
I do. I don't.
You can hide
I don't
that.
know how to use it though.
Would it cost?
It
Like if we
shoots
had
different.
knives, I'm assuming it would cost 6 wherewithal to attack with them.
Say that. Ask that question.
If we did have like combat knives, it would take 6. If we don't have one in our, because you have one, don't you?
A combat knife. I have a cavalry saber.
Okay, so nobody has a knife.
I have a knife.
I have a knife.
He has a knife.
So they don't need. They can do it regularly, but if we picked up a knife, we would need to do the 6, right?
No, you would be tricked. You're all trained.
Oh, so we can use the knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I were to use a pistol that I have,
Yep.
while not being like familiar with it, would I be able to still use it? But
It would not be a logic.
it wouldn't be
It would
logic.
be a technique.
Sick. I can do that.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Same thing numerically. Okay.
We don't have to start this plan today, but I definitely think we should. You're right. We should recon.
I think we should
warehouse.
recon the warehouse tonight. I don't think we need to waste any time on getting started.
Would we want to do
Nothing
that?
suspicious, like I said. We're not getting into any trouble unless
What if?
we see something
So my
suspicious.
plan was to be some sort of a tutor, but what if, with Cricket and my mechanical abilities, what if we were to go to the warehouse today during the day and try to find jobs?
I think that we should recon the warehouse and just see what we see.
Yes, but it'll be much less suspicious during the day if we are looking to see if the warehouse is open versus at night when we may or may not want to be there and people may be doing some very covert activities.
Good point.
I agree. While Oliver are at the clinic, you guys could keep going to the warehouse. Same direction.
It's best to hide in the open.
I agree. And we can do that. But then we're also leaving behind the most powerful weapon that we have.
Which would be...
Listen, this is spy stuff. We could get in trouble. You're the... You can do stuff with your mind, like...
Yeah, read.
Probably shouldn't be more than a group of 3. That would draw too much attention.
Alright, so when you guys go to work, we will go to the warehouse and see if they're looking for people to work. Obviously, I would be looking for a managerial position,
Naturally.
as I am a rich man.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You two should finalize your backstories, though.
Really good.
You seem to have it down.
Kind of, but not really. I just moved here looking for work.
Did you hear me? You should finalize your backstory.
I already did. I just told you.
Where are you from?
That's the question.
What question?
What's the capital of Falstat?
No. Brock.
Broccoli.
We're from
I
No
also
broccoli.
need some random
It's no
Falstat
broccoli.
town name.
No broccoli.
No,
Where do we wanna be
no
from?
broccoli.
No
broccoli.
No
No
broccoli.
No, no.
Bratva.
What is it?
Don't
It's
remember.
bad for us to be from Falstat.
It's like Nabrakov or something.
You got it.
Nobody's
No,
bad.
We could
No
say that we
broccoli.
were fleeing the
I think it
Falstat
means the most
influence.
sense. I mean, we
We're from
can
a
just be-
we're from a small town outside the capital of Falstat.
We can still be from Skull. Why does that matter?
Skull's a small town. I don't like that. Can just in our fantasy we not be from a terrible place? For once.
Terrible place. Just kidding. Yeah, you're right.
There's some other Falstat.
We need to go.
city names.
You're right.
I don't have the map.
He doesn't
He
have
grabs his satchel.
Wait. Okay, I'm not going with you now. Okay, I'm going to the warehouse.
No, yeah, you're going with us.
Okay,
Nate,
great.
do you have a random Falstat city that I could be from?
I'd have to look on the Discord to tell you.
Yes, it's.
At this point, you're probably gonna be able to find something quicker than I will.
I don't.
It's insert name
those
here.
notes with me.
Or you just make one up.
That's true.
We'll name it later.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't keep
That's
all of
okay,
that
that's
information in my
totally
brain when
fine.
it comes to.
Totally fine.
I'll let you know in a bit. All right.
Paper.
So the
Golden paper.
Sister cities.
I like paper.
Paper. I'm from paper.
Well,
We're from La Broccoli.
Leprechaun.
Or whatever.
Nabrakov.
No,
La Broccoli.
Leprechaun.
leprechaun.
Yes.
All right. So let us start with the Yannick. Are you going to the? Are you doing this, or are you going somewhere else?
I will go elsewhere.
Okay. Let's start with Yannick.
Yannick!
Okay. Oh, where am I going?
Gotta go write about some food, man.
City.
So first,
Yes.
Yannick will go check his P.O. box
Okay.
after breakfast.
Sure.
See
Yep.
if there's any mail.
Yeah.
Any
You find.
responses from the Bartolon Times.
Who all did you give your PO box to?
just the Bartolome Times.
Okay.
I put all my eggs in that one basket.
Perfect.
So far.
There's a letter in this, Yannick. You open it.
Excuse me.
That's how it starts.
Familiar writing. Familiar codes.
That's true, I did send a letter home.
You look and you're like, not nonsense. Deciphering. A very simple letter. My dear boy, miss you so much. Your sister cries, and it is hard to comfort her when my own tears will not dry. Please stay safe. We are praying for you every day. I know you must have heard about the explosion in Bast. We are safe, and your father has been offering his aid in the reconstruction. There is much to tell you. You must be careful. Stay strong, and remember, the Almighty has orchestrated the symphony from end to end. All of my love.
There's an explosion in Bast. Is there a clerk in the post office?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I've just... I'm new to the city. Oh, wait, shoot. Hello? I'm new to the city. Was there an explosion in Bast?
A
Recently?
number of weeks ago, yes.
Weird. That it was not mentioned in the paper.
It was in our paper.
In the Bartolome Times?
Yes.
Oh. Weird that I didn't read that one. I must have missed it.
You wouldn't have received this at Decorose.
Well, we weren't in Decorose when it happened. We were here when it happened.
Were you?
How long have we been in Pakistan?
Since. Give me a date, everybody.
It's currently the 17th.
I mean, we got news of the explosion in Baskin while we were in Decorose.
Oh, I thought we were already here when that
I don't have that
happened.
type of thing.
March 2nd
March 2nd was when we got to
was when we got to Proxtroni.
Yesterday.
No, it's the...
No, sorry. Because that was
9th was when we went to... was when the fight happened. Either way. Okay, great. Never mind.
Yeah.
You
would
just
have
missed it. Like,
You would have. Yeah.
Sorry. Player to historian.
Yes.
I thought we talked that it wasn't mentioned in the paper because it was a Falstat paper, but that could have been a
Bartolome
different context.
Times is not a Falstat.
Oh, good to know. Okay. Wow, this is the first time hearing of it. That's terrible. Did they ever figure out what happened?
These. And now I'm getting onto your accent. Give me a second. They have been investigating for a few weeks. They've not heard many updates, but they apparently there were survivors. A report of a man who did something. At least the woman claims that he saved her somehow.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's all I know.
Well, thank you. You have a very good day.
You as well.
Okay, bye.
the letter
Okay, bye.
to your PO box.
sent a letter home.
Oh, did you give a return address?
I must have.
I guess.
The safe house.
No, at the
my
P.O.
P.O.
box.
With P.O. box.
But no, nothing from the Times.
Nothing from the Times yet.
I will go to the Times.
Okay.
He's an old-timey guy. Goes to the place of work he applied to yesterday.
Did you get my resume?
Did you get my resume?
No, that's not why I'm going there. And
Can't hear you.
when I get there, I'll just ask
First.
if they keep old papers on hand, like previous
Yeah.
Issue.
issues.
Yeah, a woman at the desk says, yes, would you like to purchase a older issue?
Yes, I'm looking for one from the date of the explosion in Bust, or that talks about it.
So she goes to essentially just a bunch of different filing cabinets and things, kind of pulls through a bunch of things. Now, give me 1 second.
Sure.
As I am... Yeah, here we go. She pulls out a paper dated February 5th. These...
Thank you. Wow, it was that long ago. Time sure flies. How much?
Just... It's...
Oh, thank you very much. Have a good day.
You as well?
Thank you. I'll leave. And start heading toward the same direction as the warehouse. But looking for any, like, local haunts and restaurants on the way that I can...
You do know about the...
While I read.
You do know about the pub.
The pub.
That Mikhail told you about. Which is it's a local hangout spot.
Something that would need or benefit from being featured in
Sure.
the Bartolom Times.
Sure. No, I get you. Give me a logic check.
Oh dear. Logic is a skill I'm not skilled in. Wake up. That's a 5. Too engrossed in this paper.
That's it.
My unlucky.
You
I didn't realize that I didn't give myself.
kind of looking, and yeah, you just kind of your eyes kind of glaze as you keep looking at the details on this paper. Now, this paper that you have, dated February 5th, does not have any details about a man. Does not have any details about, it's just the explosion happened, and they didn't know what triggered it.
Very good. I think as Yannick kind of wanders the streets, he will find like a park bench and just kind of like sit down with his paper and his letter. And just like take a moment to just breathe.
Okay.
And yeah, just kind of thank the Almighty that his family's okay, not even realizing that there was a chance that they might not have been. Thanking the Almighty that whoever, well, that it was, and he was a little conflicted thanking the Almighty for this, but thanking the Almighty that it was some other cafe and not his father's bakery, selfishly.
Yeah.
But just trying to wrestle with the fact that something this big and newsworthy was kept from them while at Decravos.
As you're doing this, it is, it's apparent to you that your emotions are going through quite the roller coaster of all of these things, and a lot of the air around you begins to you can feel it kind of beginning to pull towards you a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And it's even from the as it's pulling towards, you can see, it's not a windy day, but if someone walked by, they would see the grass out in front of you blowing in your direction as this air is just kind of
Nate, you're getting me emotional. Wasn't prepared for this. Yeah, no, I think it's worse than that. Because he's really getting angry. Yeah, if there's any street lamps nearby, they might be overwhelmed right
me
now.
nature check.
A what?
Nature.
Nature.
I said nature.
That's not a thing. In
That's
this
not a
game.
thing. That's I'm thinking. I'm thinking another,
Nature.
probably a different
A different game. That's a
instinct is what I meant to say.
11.
Natural instinct check.
So tell me, Yannick, if a street light would burst, is it accidental or is it purposeful? Because you can decide with that rule.
How many people are out and about?
It's been an older couple walking their dog, probably 200, 300 feet away. Currently walking away from you.
Accidental.
Kind of you can see the gas and the flame kind of just a little bit, but it stays where it's at.
And then once they're clear, then he purposefully lets it explode.
Shatters the glass around it, sprinkling a little bit, kind of comes in your direction and kind of hits your face.
And I catch some of the fire and burn the letter and get up and walk in the opposite direction of the old couple. Almighty help me.
Anything else, Jan?
Not for now.
Let's pick it up with the group headed towards the warehouse. Are you guys all traveling as a group right now until Morbid and Oliver are splitting off, or did you guys already leave?
We had to leave earlier.
Yeah.
He was still working out backstory details.
Yep. So you three, as you were headed to this area, you were told of a warehouse, right? Mikhail told you of a warehouse and the street that it was on, but he was not sure exactly what warehouse it was, if you remember. So you know the street, you know what you're looking for, but you're not 100% sure. So as you begin to walk into this section, first of all, walking through, which way did you guys enter into the old city sort of the same way that you were before near Lodrisk territory, or?
I would have steered clear from that area.
Okay.
Just in case.
Heading farther south into Bjorn territory. Bjorn. Even I have
That
trouble saying
too,
it.
I am suspicious of, so
They
yes.
love Lydia.
What if, no, I don't want to go through Bjorn Gang territory after what happened.
I think we could take a small group.
You
I,
did well with them
where the
last
warehouse is.
time.
one guy.
Where the warehouse is, and also we look different. You
That is
look
true.
different. Also, that guy is dead. Nobody.
That is also true, but
What
he
if
might.
he isn't?
What
that
if
would
he
be
isn't?
crazy.
That
What
would
if
be
you meet him?
insane. I don't want
What
to
would
think
you
about
say
it.
to him?
Listen, Lydia.
What if he's a really nice guy?
Please don't. Just stop talking.
they're
right now.
animals, so it doesn't matter. I would not let them take you.
Okay.
I will not sell you to them like you sold him to the laundry.
Okay, enough about the hostage. I let him go because that is what Morphe said.
I'm
I was
just saying,
going to bring
gun
him
to
back
my
to
head,
the camp.
they're not going with you. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry, it's hard to be a fake person while being a fake person.
What if?
Katarina.
What?
Just saying your correct name. We have to go through
All right.
Bjorn Gang,
Alright,
Bjorn
fine.
Gang territory. You want to go, our options are we go farther south or we go down the street where you sold the man.
I feel safer in the area where the Lodrisks control, but that's just me.
Sure, we'll just go that way. I can't imagine when an actual important decision is happening.
I'm just saying, if they
Gonna
do
shoot
recognize us, they are more likely to give us favor than the Bjorn Gang.
I'm walking.
All right. I follow.
Give me persistence checks.
All of us?
12.
9.
Six.
Surprise, surprise! So
Poor
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
He's looking up.
The thought, the daunting task of actually having to do this kind of begins to sit in your brains. Of, you guys have no support. You have no backup. Falstat army.
It's like I didn't want to do this way.
I would have asked Brock before we left if
What?
I should have brought my pistol or not.
I would have said yes, just keep it hidden.
Yes, and I am wearing pants,
And we all
so
have
I'm
knives.
keeping that.
I'm assuming that we could get our hands on combat knives.
Mhm.
So we all have combat knives. Hidden, of course.
Yes, and I would have been wearing like a skirt to kind of conceal the gun.
Same. I would be wearing a skirt.
I can't with you.
Kilt.
A kilt.
kilt.
Yeah.
Fits in with your backstory.
Yeah, right.
But the you guys are, as you've like made a plan and you're trying something, the thought of this mission of not quite knowing what you're getting into is a daunting task. That was me. That's what you're wondering.
Oh no, we're all down here.
We're playing footsie.
But Cricket, you are just distracted. Not only with
I'm trying to read words as we're going past building. Thackeray. Shuaz. Telepahone.
That's a telephone. We haven't gotten into the pH digraph yet. Don't worry about it.
Do we have those?
No.
Telegraph.
Probably not.
maybe?
Telegram?
He's making it up in his head.
Yeah.
New invention.
Telephones don't exist.
That's how distracted he is. He invented telephones.
Shortwave radio.
We would have had telephones, right?
Not in this steampunk world.
Telegrams, for sure.
I mean, I guess that's a
Telephones
question
would
for
still be
me.
really new, probably.
Probably.
Just going off of
Yeah.
Downton
Not
Abbey.
public
I'm
telephones.
confident that
Definitely not
graph was
public.
before telephone.
Yeah.
In our
Yes.
world.
But
Yes.
not.
Yes.
We wouldn't have public telephones,
no.
nonetheless. And we probably wouldn't know what a telephone was.
I need to look up when. I was
When
gonna
was
say
the telephone?
I mean- a telephone created by Alexander Graham Bell was created in 1876.
But when was it like?
Oh.
when
I
was
was
it
gonna say
public?
telephones were
No,
was
yes.
before, like
Before the
why wouldn't we
radio.
have telephones in this world though? Like I'm confused about that.
We may not have payphones
Let's
yet.
have 'em.
Yeah, we certainly wouldn't have a.
You made
public
it canon.
I
You
mean,
read a
it's,
song.
it's whatever. If we don't want phones, that's fine.
I mean, he canonized that we don't have phones. We skipped the phone and went straight to the radio.
okay, great. Radio.
Rodeo.
Telegram, telegraph. This world is being created right before our eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
But the it's going to take you guys some hours to find this. I think
So we get to the street and there's just a bunch of warehouses.
yes. But right now, we're going to take a break.
Break.
Heyo.
And we're back. So, Morbid, you and Oliver arrive at the clinic. It is it's not as busy today as it was when you guys had arrived the day prior. But the one doctor who you can just to volunteer, like these everyone here is essentially just volunteering.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Welcome back. Do you prefer to work alone, or?"
It doesn't matter to me. I'd prefer to keep my brother with me, if that's all right. I've been
Sure.
teaching him for quite some time.
Looks to Oliver. Your name's again?
Miriam?
Morgan. Right. Follow me. And she gets you set up in a small room. And it's clean enough. But it's not like there's it's not a room. It's partition,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, I thank you for helping. I need to give you. Well, you probably saw yesterday. There are all types of people that come through this clinic. We don't judge. We try not to ask questions. We just try to help you.
Of course.
That said, if you feel uncomfortable or in danger, let us know.
Thank you.
So she says, I'll let you prepare, and let you know when you're needed.
Thank you.
So she leaves the room. Oliver takes the satchel off and sets it down. Well, it's not the worst place.
No. It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Are you sure? Like, we could. I mean, if there's a lot of people that come in today, like, I could help somewhere else. That's up to you.
It'd be nice to at least keep you within eyesight. Not that you need babysitting. I just the nature of why we're here.
Well, I'm just gonna go to get a lay of the land.
All right.
So he walks out from this room, just to, and you see him. He's like, you can kind of see him through some of the partition too. Like he looks in other places, just kind of, curious more than anything. You, as the time that you guys are here, you guys see a few patients. Once in a while, he gets kind of like pulled off into somewhere else to help assist someone else. What you kind of are gathering is that because he's very young, a lot of these other doctors, nurses are like using him as a go-getter.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, this kid will do anything. So,
Understood.
yeah.
Poor kid. Everywhere he goes. Just everywhere.
Eventually, there is a girl brought to your room. She looks to be older teenage years. You're not quite certain. But she's got, for lack of a better term, pretty grubby street clothes. Probably worked in a factory. Short cut blonde hair, newsy cap. And she's got on her hands, her right hand is wrapped up with a bandage around her knuckles. She looks at you, not really making eye contact, but kind of sits down.
May I? Start unwrapping it.
So the knuckles are jacked up, cut open, bleeding. Give me a logic check.
Failure. You guys.
You're not sure why. Reasoning. You begin to just clean the wounds. Kind of pulls back.
Sorry. I will be more gentle. Is this new? Today?
She looks at you silently. Yes, today.
Early to have such a wound. Everything all right?
Everything's fine.
All right. I'll keep wrapping it up. I'll clean it up. Wrap it up. You should come back in a day or two. We need to make sure that it doesn't get infected.
She kind of stares at it for a while. What do you mean?
Well, if a wound doesn't stay clean, it could make you very sick.
I'll see.
Could kill you. Come back.
Give me an instinct check.
Nope. That's worse than my logic check somehow.
She stares at you. face is unreadable to you.
Even over my head.
Yep. There's a moment when, like, as she's like looking at you, you hear. Right. Well, I looked in.
Oh, it's all right. Come in.
He looks at this girl, and he like, Oliver's face is just.
This is my brother, Mark. Mark,
What?
I'm introducing you to... Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Len.
Lena.
Len.
Lena, this is Mark, my brother. He's learning to be a doctor as well.
Right. Well, I need to. There's some things. I'll check in with you later.
Okay.
He's as he turns away, like his cheeks are like bright red as he turns around and walks out of the door.
Oh, what a strange boy. My apologies for him.
I was just gonna say Nate's gonna have to start flirting with himself. Emily said he has a crush on himself.
Oh no!
First it was me, now it's Nate.
Like I said, please come back. I'll be counting on you.
I need you to tell me. How bad can this get?
It can get bad. It looks fine right now, but you need to keep it clean. Whatever you were doing, maybe stay away from it for a few days.
Give me a persistence.
This one should be
to see
fine.
this.
This one-
Fail again. Oh my goodness.
And persistence is my highest.
Oh gosh!
Persistence is my highest
Oh,
score.
man.
After I was just complaining that nobody
Nate's
ever
trying to
failed.
hand me plot, and I can't grasp it.
Oh,
Punish her. Punish her.
It's a good thing I didn't roll this for your surgery.
He got it on the spot.
Okay.
I don't mean to scare you. It's just important for you to know, I think.
Okay. She backs out of the room. Kind of like looking at you, and quickly kind of walks out the door. She
Can I?
bumps into Oliver, who's coming back. They both kind of do that, and then
I'll just pop my head out, confused why she was acting like that. And can I see the door to the clinic? Like, is it like, no, it wouldn't be. As she's like opening the door and leaving, can I see which direction she heads?
down the steps.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's like a little bit up, like onto the street. So you
Gotcha.
can see that the top of the newsy cap in a
Okay.
direction.
Okay.
And it would be towards a certain, like, the direction that you know.
Mm-hmm.
In the only context you would have towards where the warehouse would have been.
Okay. What was that?
What was what?
You're blushing.
No, I'm not.
It's as red as your hair.
That bad, huh?
Yes. Do you know her?
Nope.
Are you lying to me?
Nope. But, what's your name?
Lena?
Nice name. Nope, don't know her.
Oh my. Okay, well, back to work then.
Back to work.
Back to work. And try not to gawk at the patients.
What's in talking?
It's gawking.
Sorry. The crew headed to the warehouse.
Cricket, pay attention. Cricket. Almost ran into that tree.
I don't know if trees exist
I
yet.
knew he was gonna say that.
Oh my god.
You guys, it's about mid-afternoon. You kind of skirt around.
We waited a long time to get to leave.
You guys, well, no, it took you a while to skirt around Bjorn territory before coming back into where the warehouse would have been. The street that this is on is, I mean, there's no residential area whatsoever. A lot of these warehouses are busted up, broken down, and there's nobody, like, there's no sidewalks, so people aren't coming through here. This is not a thoroughfare. So you kind of look in some of these warehouses, and it quickly becomes apparent that there's no one around here whatsoever. So your thoughts of your nerves kind of go away a little bit in this. Give me logic checks.
Six.
12.
10.
So, looking at as you're going through, there is a lot of these are shut up type still, even though they're old and kind of broken down. You pass by one that has a definite, like, so there's a door that's slightly open in one of these warehouses. Just cracked a little bit. About 5 feet from there's a broken window.
I go look in the broken window.
See inside a large space with crates, big crates, bigger than other places that you, or other crates that were in other warehouses that you looked into. And something very large in this warehouse that is covered up by what appears to be like large tarps over top.
Cricket, does that look like a program emulator?
I'll look really hard.
I'll watch the door.
Do we want to go inside?
I mean, sure.
Let's slip inside.
Slip and slide.
Slip and slide.
Slip and slide.
We slip inside. Is the door unlocked?
The door was open. It's
Oh yeah,
cracked
right.
open.
The door is open.
There's shattered glass on the inside
So,
or the window.
so are you standing outside the door or inside the door?
I would look around and slip inside, but I'm definitely standing, if I can position myself, like behind one of the crates in almost like a hidden cover position, like if anyone comes in,
Okay.
might shoot. depending on who it is. So,
You think they're still here?
The door's open.
Yeah, but
You
someone
locked that.
broke in.
Right, but like, we don't know if it's fresh. There's nobody around here. This could have been a week ago. We'll find out. We're doing what we're supposed
I'm
to.
following your lead.
remember, we were just looking for jobs, after all.
Yeah,
That's why we broke in here.
we didn't break
We
in.
didn't
The door
break
was
in.
open.
The door was already
we
open.
thought that
and
maybe there's a job hidden in here somewhere.
No, we thought that maybe
there's
there was an
a
office.
window repair job.
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe there'd be a job.
Let's go to the.
I can't.
I drag you over to the sheet, and I'm like,
Look under the sheet.
There's a perambulator under there.
You know what? I think it looks like a perambulator.
we need to sabotage this perambulator so they can't use it.
All right. Give me 15 minutes.
Well, wait, what do we? Can we tell what this? Did we watch it? We didn't watch it. Just kidding. Stop.
I'm gonna peek out.
Spiraling.
Time didn't exist then.
I'm gonna, as they're doing that, I assume I can kind of hear their whispers a little bit. And knowing that, I am gonna kind of like peek up and just see if there's anything going on outside that maybe someone saw us slip in or not.
Okay.
No.
Sorry. You're okay. So you kind of peek outside here. You do see somebody walking down this alley.
What do they look like?
Who you can see from this distance. It's kind of ratty clothes. A little bit, you know, they're kind of frayed. Looks like a newsy cat.
We've got company.
I pull under, so we're under the tarp, like under the perambulator or like wherever there's space. Because we could see the tarp from the window.
Give me a bravery check.
If someone looked in, yeah. 10.
Keeping yourself cool, keeping yourself together.
Start working.
I am going to kind of like, if I can position myself to be able to see the person in the doorway without them seeing me, I want to know if they're actually coming like directly this way or if they're planning on passing around.
This figure, hat pulled down, making sort of a beeline towards that door.
We've got major company. I think they're coming here. What do we do? What are our orders?
You
So,
can, but no, we shouldn't make that much noise.
Should we hide? Should we just stay hidden?
We're gonna stay hidden. If she finds you, start talking.
Great.
You don't know if it's...
If it finds you, start talking.
No problem.
If company finds... Wait, is it one person?
It's just one that from my
Okay,
company.
if they find you, just start
Green
talking.
armband? Oh.
Can you stage whisper that a little bit? I'm not sure if that's coming through.
Right.
I am going to...
So you want me to disable this? Do you want it immediately disabled, or do you want it to like run for a little bit and then be disabled?
Can you make it blow up if they turn it on?
I'm going to... these
can do
crates,
that.
are they
Let's do that.
empty crates or are they
A
filled
lot of them
with
are
stuff?
boxed.
Let me know
so
what
they're
let me know
large
what I-
wooden ones.
Okay.
So to get in one, you have to bust it with
Got it. I think I'd like to just kind of like... I'm going to stay bent down. And I'm going to try to stay a little bit hidden. Definitely keeping my eye on the door, but I'm going to just pretend like I am reading what's in the crates. Because I'm looking for a job, after all. This is a warehouse, so...
You hear, as you're doing that, you hear like outside some like clanging of metal. Kind of give like a side peek. This person looks like to be a girl. Is like rummaging, finds a crowbar, and looks back and forth in the vicinity and beelines again for the door close to you. Slowly opens it up. Steps inside.
Hello. Sorry. Question. Do you know who owns this place? Because I'm looking for a mechanical job, and the name is Katarzyna Alexiev. Sorry, is this not a warehouse, factory, place?
You should not be here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have mechanical skills if you need my services and assistance.
She looks around behind. You need to leave.
Why?
There's no time to explain. You need to leave now.
But okay, I suppose. Can I help you in any way? You look a bit, disheveled.
Chucks you the crowbar. Start opening crates now, please.
Oh, okay.
She runs back outside. You can hear more clanging.
I'm opening crates.
All she can find is a shovel. She's like,
do you mind telling me what we're doing?
just open.
I'm opening them. I'm opening them very quickly.
I start whispering to Cricket, why is she listening to the strange woman?
I'm a distraction!
Why is she doing this? What's she doing?
She's a very trusted person.
This is crazy.
So as you guys start opening these things up, and and they're big, so as you do it, these whole section sides of these crates just fall in, and that hay packing material kind of is spilling out.
Nice.
There's large, and you know this, you would know what this stuff is. This is large pieces of different parts to perambulators, but all different types. And some that you have never seen before, but you know that they would be for use for perambulators.
Yes. Are these perambulator specific parts, or can they be used for other vehicles?
They would be designed for perambulators.
Got it.
Yes.
Wow, this machinery is fascinating. I've never seen it before. What are you working on?
Thank you. She's not.
Are you in danger?
What were you looking for?
A job. I just moved here from Bravnik.
What are you really looking for?
Can I see through the tarp at all? Is it,
You just see
or is it is it any? Because the light would be coming in, so can I see any shadows or anything?
I wanted to make something of myself in this city.
No one knows of this place. Why are you here?
It was some sort of a warehouse factory looking thing.
You passed 8 others.
I went inside all of those too. Or at least knocked on the doors. This one just happens to be
I
open.
need you to know, dangerous people own this place. Okay? Dangerous people. I cannot say these things.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I don't know these things.
If you stay here. Look, I don't have much time. What was that?
What was that?
Who is here?
I don't know.
Hello? Hello?
I'm gonna try to grab this woman. I'm gonna try to grab this woman and hold a knife to her.
Oh my gosh.
This is a normal thing to do.
Give me a technique check.
Yeah, 9.
Alright. Just kind of step out. It's just kind of walking around, kind of.
Start talking. Who owns this warehouse?
And can we have this perambulator?
Stop, Cricket.
I'm still watching the door.
Whatever your name is.
I'm still watching the door.
If I tell you these things, I will never.
I won't tell anybody. Just tell me.
Rock, ask her who
I
they
start
have.
putting a little bit more
She
pressure.
looks down at you.
Ask her who they have. Who are
do
they
have?
holding?
Who
Who's
do they
important to
have?
her?
I pushed the knife. It just.
Whip it up.
All right.
Ask them why do they have.
What does it have to do with this warehouse?
You have skills, yes. I'm saying from the door, still watching it very intently.
What
and
does
kind
it
of
have to
peeking
do
up.
with the warehouse?
Are they making you work on this?
I needed to know for myself why I am doing the things I am doing.
Which is what?
Stealing for them.
I think we found our thief. For who? Who are you stealing for?
If you tell us, we might be able to help.
Give me a instinct check.
I'm creating job security for you.
No.
She looks at you. Keeps her mouth shut.
You're gonna tell me who you're working for, or we're gonna wait around here until they show up.
Is it okay if we blow them up?
Is it the Lodrisks? Bjorn Gang?
I knew it.
Edvardians? What? How do you say?
It's the Bjorn gang. You saw her reaction.
It's Bjorn Gang.
She is very beautiful.
Oh no! What are they planning?
Love triangle.
No!
She grows a great beard.
Give the people what they want.
It's the Bjorn gang. I knew it. I knew this was the Bjorn gang.
Should be called the beard gang.
And you're stealing for them. Why? They're planning an attack on the Lodris?
They have her brother.
How old is?
My brother is a member of your...
Yeah. Yeah. You should feel bad.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Anthony.
So
don't-
Bjorn Gang has him hostage.
Wait, I don't get it.
They told me he is on assignment. I don't think he is. Anyway,
You think he's dead?
worse maybe.
When will...
Do you like the beard gang? What do they stand for?
No.
Doesn't matter.
No.
How long
When
has
will
he
they
been
be?
gone?
Do you know when they'll be in this warehouse?
Who's the good guys here? I mean, obviously we know, but
I'm still looking out the windows every now and then.
I am not sure. They come and go.
What are they planning to do with the perambulator?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just a thief.
What do you want from
I
me?
start pulling the knife away. Like...
Anything at the door?
I am.
alright, I'm finished here.
We're in
How
a
long
sticky
ago-
situation.
How long ago did they tell you that he was on assignment?
This was maybe 2 weeks, something like that. I have not seen him.
Alright, listen. What's your name? We're
Your
friends.
real
What's your
name.
name? I still have the knife, but I'm not like, there's no pressure.
Your real name. We could have killed you by now.
Come on. What's the name?
Then,
Real name?
Lana.
Do I believe her?
I mean instinct.
Alright, Lana, listen.
That's a success. 10.
She is very scared and is offering information to save her life.
Fair.
Listen, Lana, we're on the same side here. We have different end goals, but we're on the same side. We're looking for information on the Bjorn gang and possible terrorist attacks. What if I told you that we could help your brother help us?
Who are you?
That's not important.
That's beside the point.
We are asking the questions. You're answering the questions. Now answer the question.
How could you help?
We can help get him back.
We know people.
What we want from you is information. So you don't have to stop what you're doing for the Bjorn gang. We just want to know what they tell you.
Let me be clear. I am not part of their gang.
Right, but you're working for them. You're doing things that they say.
Because your brother's Bjorn gang, which means that you are here to try to stay close to him, yes?
Look, he got in over his head.
Is it within our power to offer protection?
I don't want to offer her protection.
Okay.
I want to keep her out in the field so she gathers more information.
Okay.
He got in over his head, and we had nowhere else to go. It was... I steal for them, so they don't cut us off.
So you wouldn't classify the Bjorn gang as good people? There's good people in there, but as a whole, they're not good.
I feel as if what I've been doing is not right.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to come today to see what was going on. I feel like I've been tasked with having to steal more and more valuable things. That's what they want now. To fund things. I don't know. She looks over at the crates in the sides and she's like, but I do now.
Yeah, we'll handle this. And I completely put the knife away. We're friends now. And we're gonna help you if you help us going forward. Going ends up.
As far as the Bjorn gang is considered, this never happened.
Yeah. And as far as the Bjorn gang is considered, you were never here because that would tie you to a bad thing.
Oh yeah, an explosion. I mean, sure, you heard me say that.
Sure. Keep stealing for the Bjorn gang.
Can you promise you're going to get my brother back?
Look at me. I'll do my best. I'll do everything I can. But I can't promise anything. I'll put my life down for him.
She looks at you and kind of backs up towards one end of the warehouse. And she says, my brother told me some things.
Maybe we
One of
should
the-
walk.
One of the crates
I'm still
that's there, she
keeping an eye
begins
on
to...
the door.
Would you help, please? She tries, she's like pushing the crate.
Yeah. Oh.
You guys gotta kind of move this out of the way. Behind this, like, sort of wall stack of crates is a large freight elevator.
Did we have freight elevators?
I mean, we had the wall.
I'm
but-
just kidding. We had telephones.
It is
What? is this?
Have you ever seen a public telephone?
I used one yesterday.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Pardon my brother. He's slow but fast, if you know what I mean.
He's quiet but loud, like the bug.
Do you think they'll miss like a couple of these parts if I were to?
think so.
It's rather you do not do that.
If you take anything, then she will be held responsible for it.
Oh, no.
So
She's
he
not
will.
here.
She doesn't know this.
She snuck in. They don't know. she's-
Also, do we have clarification on if we did effectively booby trap the Harbinger?
Oh yeah. I rerouted the gas lines to be ignited when the sparks.
Give me a logic check.
Just want to make sure that we did, in fact, plant a bomb.
8. No, 9.
Okay.
You also notice Cricket. Well, we'll get back to that. But I'll finish this with her.
Mhm.
They cannot move, from what my brother said. These things, whatever they were buying, which now I know, cannot be moved through the city. This must be where they come from, but I don't know where this goes.
I see.
Okay.
Do you know if they have any plans tonight?
They don't tell me these things.
Okay.
Cricket, you noticed while you were working that this perambulator was freshly painted. And in parts,
Gonna ask
not
if it's
well.
Yeah. Does it look like it's one of ours?
No,
No.
it does not.
Oh shoot.
Do I recognize what's underneath the paint?
Now that we have colors. Now that we have country colors.
Give me just another logic check.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was something.
Yeah.
Well.
You kind of take and you start scraping at this thing, like where the paint looks like it was like really globbed, kind of bad. Because they were gonna, you knew that this was sort of like a base coat.
Was
that
it
they
like
were
painted
not finished.
black or something?
It was like a white, like paint that was like a base coat.
Okay.
But you kind of go through it. There's a flag on this, not the Adelian flag,
Oh no.
not a Falstat flag.
Edivarian flag?
It's an Edivarian.
Oh, come on.
What?
I'm still watching the door.
Oh yeah. By the way, Edivarian flag on the perambulator.
I look at the girl. Do you know anything about the Edivarians funding the Bjorn game?
No.
This is going deep. We're not going down that elevator without a full group. Do we know you? So you have no information. So okay.
What if
Do you know how to? Does she know how to operate it?
Well, now we just rigged this one to explode.
Does she
Well,
know
is-
how
is
to
there
operate
more?
the freight elevator?
I can unrig it.
I
assume
can
that's
operate a
not
freight
what it is.
elevator. I know how to do that.
I guess covert would be better.
From the mine. Yeah, I think we need to come back here with a group. I don't think we should go down there alone. Or should we just go down there? Should we just say?
I am worried
Just
about.
go.
I am worried about her talking, but I have a feeling
No,
that
she's not gonna talk. Look at
Her eyes get wide.
I'm kidding.
You're crazy.
We're friends.
Listen. Do you just go around the old city?
Typically, yes.
Let's do like a Monday at what's the grocery store?
Benjamin King's grocery.
King's Grocery. You say
Right,
that.
but you can go around the old. You can go out of the
I know
old
the
city.
place.
Yeah. Someone will be there of our group to talk to you.
Okay.
What do we? Do I want to say Monday or do I want to say sooner than that or do I want to just?
What day
I
is
just
today?
want to establish contact.
What
I
day
have
is
no
today?
idea. I don't think we know.
And
While you guys are like talking, she blurts out, "Agoisi."
Bless you.
My brother's name.
Aloisi?
Aloisi.
Aloisi?
I'm not even
Can we
gonna
get a
try.
spelling? A-L?
Yeah, I can give you a spelling.
Alois.
It is a Polish name.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds here. And I'm spelling it correctly when I tell you guys.
E-L?
Alojzy.
Aloisi.
Z-Y.
Aloisi.
Aloisi.
All right. Yeah, we'll start going to the King's grocery store and we'll talk.
Okay.
Let's start with tomorrow. We'll just meet there tomorrow.
Okay.
6 p.m.
I don't.
Does that
Are
sound
they
fun?
open at 6 p.m.?
6 p.m. Yeah, it's a grocery store.
But this is also like small town, so might close at 5.
Are we doing this?
Sitting.
Are we doing this right now?
I'm kidding.
Just meet me there. We'll talk.
Okay. She says, she kind of scarpers off. You guys see that her, like, as she runs away, she opens the door with a hand that's bandaged.
You be careful with that.
Slips out.
All right, we need to get out of here.
Can I possibly identify the bandage? Can I be like, I know that work.
No.
I've seen that
No,
work.
you cannot.
I don't think anyone could.
That would be
Impossible.
That would be Sherlock Holmes.
You're like,
I've
find
seen
a
that.
picture at the angle of the
I've
wrapping.
seen the angle of the wrapping before.
Oh my goodness.
Yana. No, this is you, not me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm breathing.
Door opens. Serena is at the door.
Serena, is Richard home?
He will be shortly.
May I come in?
Please. Have a seat. Would you like something to drink? Water?
Sure. Well, yeah, water's fine.
She goes to the kitchen. You seem out of breath.
Just
Down again.
just been breathing a lot lately.
Breathing.
Sorry, I got some news today that I was not expecting, and I'm just processing it.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to Richard about it.
For sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Everything's okay.
Okay.
I think.
You are in civilian clothes.
Oh, yes.
Are you off duty?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Okay. It's fine. So she goes into the kitchen. She's like talking as she's fixing you something small, just for the time being. Richard said you asked about the services.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Are you planning on coming?
If I can sneak away. I knew Reshik is a bit of a stiff.
She sets down like a just simple like toast that she had, some
Thank
little
you.
tea, just something like very
Oh,
quickly.
this is wonderful.
I understand you need to be careful,
Yeah.
but it's wonderful that maybe you could.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't think Oliver and I will be able to come together,
Okay.
but I think he would want to come too.
That's good.
But
I do.
and who knows, maybe others.
We will pray for this. But please be careful.
Oh yes, of course, of course. I made sure that I came here by a very random route. No one should have been able to follow me.
Okay.
I may or may not have accidentally, purposefully blown up a gas light. in the park.
Hence the flustered.
Yeah.
The door opens up, and Richard comes in, taking off his hat. Yannick! So sorry.
I'm not here.
Okay, right. Yes. He hangs his hat up, takes his coat off. What can I do for you, my friend?
I'm not sure. I just needed someone to talk to. I've always known that Falstat was bad. And I've hated being a part of the military ever since I was forced to. I'm just nervous that they're purposefully hiding things from us. I mean, I knew that would be the case, being a soldier, low ranking, blah, blah, blah. Of course, they're not going to tell us everything. But you'd think something as big as an explosion in a populated area of a city, you know, would make it into the Falstat Times, or whatever their paper's called these days. I don't know. But no, nothing. I had to find out about it from a letter from my mom, which I can't remember how she got my P.O. box, but I'm sure I gave it to her. Come to think of it, it's very timely. Wow, the postal service here is great.
Got it in the day. It's not far.
Yeah, I guess it's not that far by train. We have those, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm really distraught.
Yeah. It's so.
But they're okay.
That's good.
But they very easily could have not been okay. And I wouldn't have known. This happened almost over a month ago. We were hiking in the mountains north of Dekravos, finding a stupid radio tower, when less than halfway across the country, a cafe blew up.
May I offer some, well, I don't know if it's comfort, but I can see that you are angry, yes?
Well, yeah, that's one word.
Maybe scared, yes?
Yeah, that too.
You say Falstat, they are bad, they do these things. Yannick, you know, people do bad things because people...
I know. I mean, who knows? Maybe Falstat's not involved at all. It's just the thought that why would they cover it up? Why would they just, you know, oh, well, there's an explosion in Dost. No big deal.
The man who is your Rashik, what's his name?
Well, the current one, the new one is, you met him, Rock.
Do you see a bad person?
He's a terrible person.
Do you pray for him?
Yeah.
Do you love him?
I'm trying.
The man above him, what is his name?
Complicated. I've been through basic training, and you'd think after a few months I would understand how the hierarchy of military works.
Just a name.
Is it Vladimir or is it Keslov? I don't know. They're both Reshiks now. So
Seems there was a lot of names.
Leopold? Maybe? I don't know.
What are your thoughts and feelings of these men?
That they're all bad.
Do you pray for them?
Yes.
Do you love them?
No. Like, I am this close to, well, I shouldn't say that. You're a minister.
You wouldn't speak your mind. Strangling them? Blowing them to pieces?
In different ways. I tried it on a melon first. Sure enough, melons are mostly water. Which means that I can manipulate that water. People are mostly water.
I can see where you're headed with this, my friend.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't do that. That would have been worse than...
Who is the one who has hurt you most recently?
Most recently... Probably... Rock. But that was like months
And does Rock know the truth about who you knew it is?
No. Not yet, anyway. I mean...
Can you blame Rock for doing the things he
Oh,
does?
no, not at all. I mean, he's just a propaganda-eating machine. He'll believe anything the government tells him.
Each one of these people, and every man and woman inside Falstat, they are flesh and blood. What are we told?
We're all made in his image.
And we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. I do believe there is evil behind Falstat, but it is influence. It is the adversary. It is delusioned people.
You're right.
They have no choice but to always act on evil. Sometimes they can do good, but it is not their instinct. And without Yenua, you and I would be in the same boat.
You're right.
So it is alright to be angry. These feelings, they are fine. But do not let them become something that is not what Yenua wants us to be.
You're right. He probably wouldn't want me to blow up all the gas lights in town at the same time.
I mean, it would be quite the show, but...
I think I'm getting close. It's weird. I used to think that gathering was just, something I could do. But the better I get at it, the more I feel something when I do it. Or... It's weird. It sounds silly to say it out loud, but I feel someone.
It is a mystery why the Almighty bestowed this on your people. And I would say that it is because he has chosen you for purposes. But also, whether or not you could do these things, Yenua would love you.
You're right.
I understand that it may be a feeling of understanding maybe the Almighty's nature in a way. But be careful of pride.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. Rock.
Yannick.
Anyway. He's really mean to Cricket and Oliver, and it drives me crazy.
You are fine with these feelings. Pray for him.
I will. I have a good feeling about Cricket.
I like the boy.
He has one of those minds that asks questions. Doesn't just take everything at face value.
It is interesting how we all come to our faith. understanding who Yunua is. Different ways the Almighty brings people, instances, and our own makeup into all of these things. The boy was curious when we talked. He's brilliant.
The things he comes up with, I mean, a spring-loaded pen? Who would have thought of that?
A bomb?
A bomb.
You don't know about the bomb.
No, he's very smart. It's been really fun to see him flourish. But I'm also worried.
In what way?
Well, you know, if he continues to grow and become more brilliant, so to speak, outside of Yunua, he could do terrible things.
You're gonna make the nuke.
I'll just have to keep praying.
In the end, the Almighty's will be done.
Whatever that is.
This world is not our home. I need to tell you something.
Oh,
We have heard rumors.
what kind of rumors?
Falstat is cracking down on local places of worship. They had a council with a number of local ministers in the area. They said if we were allowed to have our doors open, but only if we preach from the pulpit state-sanctioned propaganda. I will not do this. Others have, and they are fine. Their churches will stay open. I cannot.
Well, just like you told me to be careful, you need to be careful too. We're fighting different battles, but we need to be no less careful. Don't take unnecessary risks, but don't compromise either.
I need you to promise me something, Yannick. If they find out about our congregation, and they come for me, you will not do anything.
He just gives him a hug.
I love you, my brother.
I don't know if I can promise that, but I'll try.
Right. Well,
Oh, and I need you to promise me something. It's a lot less, although somewhat still high stakes, slightly different. If you see me on the street, you have to call me Hugo.
aliases.
Yeah. Unless I'm in my uniform, then you can call me Yannick.
Okay.
I'm still getting used to
Richard
this,
is gonna
like,
be confused.
this covert operations stuff, but it's kind of fun. In a weird way. Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
If it
If
does.
it does, I'll try really hard not to burn down the city.
Thanks, Alex.
Who knows? Maybe they'll find you while I'm attending.
You will hide. They are not coming after the people. Just me. It is to show the force.
I know what that's like. Pretty sure I would be dead right now if it wasn't for some unchecked nepotism.
What?
There was an incident at Did Basic where myself and another cadet, is that the right
Skilf.
word? Skilf. Okay, same thing.
Private.
Where we were caught with copies of the scriptures, and normally we would have been shot on sight, but because he was the nephew of the commanding officer at the camp, we were thrown into a pit instead for a week. Who'd have thought? Even Falstat cares about family deep down. Of course, if anyone knew that he was his uncle and saved him because of that, he probably would have been court-martialed and possibly even killed himself. Anyway.
Throughout the ages, we have been thrown in pits.
I'm sure there will be many more pits to be thrown in the future.
I say that to you, my brother, to say, well done.
Yeah, it was... I thought I was helping him, and then he kind of made it... Anyway, it's a long story. But thank you, I guess. Felt kind of good. You know, stick it to the man a little bit.
Yeah.
But, that pit was awful.
Probably did not smell nice after time.
Oh, no, it was bad. It was bad. I would not wish that on anyone, even my worst enemy. Oh, well, I should probably get back.
Serena hands you like a wrapped up sandwich for the road.
Oh, Serena, thank you. It's making me miss home even more. Oh, that reminds me. Can I give you, and he just pulls out a corner of the newspaper, and writes out his parents' address, and names. You can absolutely say no if you don't feel comfortable, but I don't want a paper trail leading to my family coming from government things. I don't want them to be targets if anything happens to me, but could I send letters through you to them?
I would be honored.
You can pretend that you're writing for baking tips. My dad's pretty good at that. He actually has been working on a cookbook for a number of years.
Serena says, I probably will actually do that.
Yeah, his chocolate croissants are amazing. The way that he incorporates the chocolate into the dough itself, like the random guy on the street can fold chocolate in the layers. No,
Can
the dough. Yes, the dough itself is chocolate. Anyway, thank you
His dad
for
is Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
this.
William
amazing sandwich. I can't wait to eat it.
They both give you a hug. Back at the safe house.
I'm still watching the door.
Who's here? Oh no, wait, we're at the safe house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at the safe house now.
Can you guys
oh,
help me
just
get these parts in?
Wait, you're
I grabbed as many parts as I could.
on the way back. We would not have said much because it's just like that's overstimulating. But I would have said to both Lydia and Cricket, you guys did a very good job. It was very clean. It could have not been clean.
That is true. I could have shot her.
You could put that in the mission report that your commanding officer gave you great regards on how you handled the situation.
It doesn't look good if I write that in. I don't really put my opinions
But I
in
did.
it. You can write your own opinion in
I'm
the
not going to
report.
write my own report.
You need to write
But
a
the re-
sentence so it doesn't look like it comes from me. My
Yes,
reports
okay.
are not opinionated.
At the end
They
of
stay
the report,
very balanced.
At the end of the report, put a separate thing that says they did a very good job, or whatever, however you want to
it's
prise
not-
it, and then I'll sign it.
It's not your opinion.
It's
You're writing down Rock's
You're
opinion.
writing your job is to write
It's
the
an
report.
order.
I am conflicted. I am conflicted because if I write it, then it looks like it is my opinion, or that I'm lying about
My
it.
order to you is that you write the reports.
Okay.
And I'm telling you what to put in the report.
I don't want anyone else writing the reports.
Yeah, I know. You're making it difficult for me because I'm trying to tell you.
You can add a
what to
sentence
put
at
in
the end
report.
of the report,
I
though.
told you to put the sentence at the end of the report, and I'll sign it.
Oh.
Sounds like
Well,
she's
you didn't say
pretty
that.
insubordinate to me right now.
I think she's confused.
We're confused. Your instructions were very unclear.
Hey, look, we're back at the safe house. Cricket, hide those, please.
Yeah.
Were we followed?
Is there a basement in the safe house?
Were you followed?
Yeah.
The one where you're
Give me a.
That's right.
He's not sleeping there. He's
Give me a
sleeping up at
Yeah, it's your workshop.
Oliver.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I,
bumped
That's
out the
an
basement.
8.
yeah. Right.
From what you can tell.
Well, I'm taking my parts.
Great.
All right.
Morbid and Oliver arrive back not too long after. Yannick. Probably the latest would be my guess.
Yeah, I pick up some samples of local cuisine on the way home as well.
How did it go? Was the warehouse?
We can talk about it over dinner.
It went great.
It's almost ready.
Can
I made a bomb.
we talk really quick?
Me? Like us?
No, like
Ooh.
now.
Yes, sir.
Cricket, mind your own business.
You're gonna have to get a face on your other arm.
Stop. It's a heart. What do you remember? It was a heart.
Mm-hmm.
sir.
We'll go upstairs. And like as soon as the door's closed, I'm like,
I think she'd make a great sister.
when we left, did the other place have a name?
His brain is exploding.
Did the other place have a name?
The other place.
Our camp in Proxtron. It's fine if not.
Did not.
When we left
The base.
Super Cool Base,
Super cool base.
Malia said that she was going back to Declavos to... I don't know how to put this. What's the guy's name?
Oren.
Oh.
Olin. She said that Olin was working with her, giving infusions, and that she was going back to be a study or something.
Infusions?
Something about she had chronic pain and she was not having it when he was giving her the infusions. So, you know, I remembered what she said about Olin and how he takes advantage of people and their special whatever. If he's not gonna hurt her, right?
So she's part of a study?
I
And
think-
she's
I
already
don't-
had the infusion?
She was getting the infusions. She said that she had chronic pain her whole life, and then when she told Olin started giving her infusions, and then she didn't have them anymore.
How long has she been taking them?
I don't really... Ever since I talked to her, she never mentioned the chronic pain until later in our relationship as friends. She had mentioned the chronic pain, and she said that it was being worked on, but she didn't tell me that it was Olin until we were saying goodbye, and then what am I supposed to say? I can't spill the whole beans, so I just tell her to be careful. And that he's not a great person, but I don't know. She's gonna be fine, right?
Well,
The reason I didn't say anything right away is clearly I'm very... I don't know how to approach this situation because there's nothing I can do. I also may have given her an address on this street.
Rock.
I've been checking their mailbox. She hasn't sent anything. I need to know he's okay. And that's why I changed my name to Dawkins, so I can write a letter from my name to her, posing as a family member to get information. Oh, but they could just write a letter back. Oh, no. I'm new to the whole letter writing thing.
Yes. There was a
Sorry,
lot
I
of
never let you
information.
finish. She's gonna be okay, right?
I don't know.
But you know him.
I know him. I don't know what she has taken.
Well, she was fine.
That's good news. She said it was working.
Right, and I guess she said she was being permanently stationed in Decravos to be with him.
Okay. Well, if the drug was working, or whatever the infusion was working, that's good news, but
Mm-hmm.
the problem is, if it stops working, Olin won't stop trying things. Even if it kills her. You can only hope that she's the last trial.
I can only hope. I can do more than hope. It just wouldn't be the right thing to do.
For all we know, that she
That would be
could
hoping.
be the last trial, yes, and whatever helped her is going to help a lot more people.
Right, yeah. Maybe in fairy tale land, she'll be fine and they're gonna solve chronic pain. Okay. I'm not sure this helped.
You wanted honesty, right?
Yes, and thank you. If I find out that something happened and I could have stopped it, I don't know what would happen. Not good things.
If something happened.
I'm confused. Listen, I get it. It's for the greater good, but you see what I'm saying.
Everyone has to make sacrifices.
She doesn't know she's making a sacrifice.
Maybe she does.
No, she doesn't. She said it was gonna. She said it was gonna be fine. She didn't know.
Maybe she was telling you that to make you feel better.
She wouldn't do that. She doesn't sugarcoat things. I'll keep you updated. Hopefully.
May I go?
Is it holding you here?
Just didn't know if you were finished.
She can leave, yes.
All right.
We'll go back downstairs.
Who's there?
Hugo,
Open the door.
I brought some samples.
Oh, those look so delicious.
Sorry, I don't know why I was talking like that. Wrong alias voice.
Wonderful.
Did you finish dinner already?
I did, but that will be the perfect side.
Yeah. I got some random international food here, another one here, another one here,
Oh, it's
and
very
another
interesting.
one here.
Let's try it.
I grabbed the whole bowl of what looks like a 90% cabbage-based dish. Because it looks like home.
Yep.
And I just started eating.
That one's from Goethe. She's a very nice elderly woman.
It's hard to get cabbage to taste anything not like water. So this
That's
is good.
true. It is very difficult to cook.
This tastes like spicy water.
Yeah. I think she used anise.
So, anyway, shall we debrief what we did for the day?
Huh?
Shall we debrief what we did for the day?
Sure, why don't anything important happen to you, Yannick?
I found out about words. I found out about an explosion in Bast that happened over a month ago. That
Delia's attacking bots?
our faithful government never mentioned happened.
Who attacked Bast?
We don't know.
I'll forgive you for your snide comment, as it is your city. It sounds like we don't know anything. It sounds like I might not want to tell people if a city that I... Wait, Falstat doesn't control Boston. I don't know what I was going to say.
Anything happened to you all at the clinic today? Anything unusual?
Normal amount of patients. Lighter than yesterday.
Oliver, you're
Prettier too.
very red
What?
in the face.
Oh, great.
I
Anyway,
met someone pretty today too. Did you? Yeah.
What were their names? You first.
I didn't catch your name. What was your name?
Lena.
Len.
What was
wait,
their pretty
what
girl
did you
name?
just say?
Oh yeah.
What did you just say? We
Same
found...
name.
No, we found Lena
Weird.
at a warehouse
Sister.
with a perambulator.
Hand wound.
So we went to the warehouse, and we found a perambulator and perambulator parts.
Nice beard.
While we were there...
Nice.
While we were there, a woman came.
A girl?
Yes.
A girl.
Ratty, blonde, raggedy clothes, injury on her hand.
That's her.
I held a knife to her kidney.
You did what?
Hold on, nothing happened.
She's
we
our
questioned
friend.
her, and she actually is working for the Bjorn gang, who is also
Really
being
attached
funded
to
by the
Skidden now.
Edvardians, who are building a perambulator for who knows what, and she is in a unique situation because her brother is Bjorn gang.
Lydia.
What?
Do you think her brother's the man that you gave to the...
We don't know.
You know, I was wondering about that, and I really don't want to confirm
You found
that.
a perambulator,
I'm
though.
guessing
We
you
did.
found it.
Dibs.
Oh, we did.
yes,
and
Cricket-
a lot of parts.
Say it that way.
Cricket rigged the
He
perambulator
called
to
dibs.
explode.
Oh,
It's
You gotta
counter-terrorism,
respect dibs.
which is allowed.
Did you just call dibs on a woman?
He did, not me.
I did not. You said.
I'm sorry,
I do want- and I
what?
said I don't know. It's not no. And you
Look.
said you called.
Dibs are dibs.
Please!
That's a line that
We're
will not
talking.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
debriefing. You guys
I'm
can
not
talk
used to
about your crushes in your bedrooms
It's
tonight.
not-
It's his crush now.
You did a very good job today. Please, just continue doing a good job.
I had an idea. I'm gonna take the overshields from the perambulators and make them work for our bodies.
that is a good idea.
That's a great idea.
It's a great
But
idea.
can we continue
Back to
to
business.
Yes,
talking
can we
about...
take this one step at a time here?
So you
I'm
said...
debriefing.
As I was holding a knife to these guys' girlfriend,
Innocent young girl.
innocent.
Somewhat.
No.
Nah,
I wouldn't put an innocent girl in that situation.
she's done a lot of bad.
You know
She's a
all of the thieving that's been going on.
Yes, the thing that we're investigating.
It was
So it was her. She's doing it for the Bjorn gang because they have her brother. she's willing to work with us if we try to get her brother back. I didn't promise we would get him back. I said that we would do our best. And we know nothing. We just know he's on assignment for the Bjorn gang.
It's probably the
If she
guy
thinks
that
they're
Lydia-
lying,
We
though,
don't
she could
know
be
that.
dead.
We have no information on that.
I mean, they're just two random people. It
It's,
would
the
be
Bjorn gang is
quite the
big.
coincidence if they were
around the
related.
same time.
Oh, if
About
timing
2
lined
weeks
up?
ago went missing. You know,
he
it's
didn't go missing. He's on assignment.
She doesn't believe that, which means that he's missing.
We know what we know. We don't know what we don't know.
Did you say something about a freight
Oh,
elevator?
lots of perambulator
Yes.
parts.
We
Did
found
say
an
that?
elevator that potentially leads to an underground tunnel system that they're
everlasting
using to move perambulators.
And the perambulator was Edivarian.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
So the Edivarians are funding the Bjorn gang, which is what I thought initially. No good. Bjorn gang. They're not freedom
fought some
fighters.
Edivarians, right?
We did on the mountain.
And
Yeah,
killed a
no
few.
help from you, but
Okay, well.
He was sick.
One day on the job, and we found a lot of information.
yeah, we kind of hit the
I-
jackpot.
The thing is that we don't have a ton of leverage unless we do look for her brother.
I
She
don't
is
think
meeting us
all
at a
of her
grocery
she's-
store tomorrow. Oh,
That's
or one of us.
We are doing a debrief, not happy feeling time. That happens
Do we
privately.
Not, do we not debrief our emotions?
That's privately to the people who care.
I'm mad at Rock right now.
Did you say that to
Thank
me?
you for sharing.
Thank you. I'm
Okay.
debriefing.
We need to make a plan to go
Keep your briefs on.
down the freight elevator. I mean, I guess we should.
I
Let's
have
let's
a
back
3-week
let's
strike.
back up a little bit here.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do
You-
rounds.
You made a bomb,
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So they had a perambulator,
right?
and if they turn it on, it will explode.
Great.
So we're gonna need to walk past the warehouse every day until it explodes.
Good thing it can't fit in a bakery.
Okay. I'm glad.
Don't infer
We
that
have
you're
to-
going to blow somebody's family up.
Well, he was
Well, it
worried
will blow
about the
one
bakery
person
that
up.
blew up, and so I just
A
wanted
bakery?
To
I thought it was a cafe.
It was a cafe.
oh, cafe.
They're very similar.
Okay.
They have baked goods there too.
Yeah.
So the only evidence that Edivarians are involved is rigged to explode.
I have parts too.
We don't need
Do they have?
proof that they're involved. What were we supposed to do? Walk the perambulator
We
down
will-
the
I'm asking
It's
questions.
very
I'm not-
fair. It's a very fair. We will put it in the report, and hopefully they will.
We rigged it to explode to kill a lot of Bjorn gang members.
So now we're killing Bjorn gang members?
They're working for Edivarians who were trying to kill us. So I think that we're on the right side
Oh,
here.
no. I'm gonna kill people.
You did make a bomb.
Huh. I didn't think about that.
Don't
That's
think
gonna-
about it.
That's gonna keep me up tonight.
It's okay.
It's
What's the setback
At
here?
least I won't see.
What
it
is our
happen again.
mission
I mean,
here?
I know
Our
there's
mission
gonna
is
have to happen
intelligence.
again.
better if you don't. see
Not
it.
blowing things up.
Our mission is to find the problem and get rid of it.
What if they survived the explosion?
And for all I'm concerned,
That's possible, right?
blowing up the Bjorn gang is going to give us more information about the Bjorn gang.
Not if they're all dead.
They're not all
Well,
going to
it's
die.
going
There's
to weaken them, which
so many
means
of
that
them.
there will be more holes and more cracks to find, which is good.
And more
Right?
cracks for them to hide
Yeah,
in.
probably a really big hole
perfect.
from the explosion.
Maybe, maybe not. If there are people injured, they'll be running to the clinic where Miriam and Mark will be waiting for them.
Sure.
Yes, you guys used your real name, your fake names. The whole time you were talking to Lena, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I can always use a different one.
We can always make more fake IDs, I guess.
So here's the rub. I think there's a pretty good chance that they're not planning on moving the perambulator soon.
How well did you hide the work that you did?
Oh, he's good. Come on.
So,
It's cricket.
I mean, not that I know you're very capable. But you said it was covered up. Did you remember to cover it back up?
We never uncovered it.
Oh, well, then even better.
But you did say, because you definitely told me every single second of what happened, that you opened some crates? That's going to raise
Yes.
suspicions?
But the door was already broken in.
Yeah, it could just be
And I also took parts.
It sounded like
petty theft.
You didn't leave anything behind.
no.
No, I have my
That would
knife.
Bring us back to
I have my Bjorn Gang gun.
us.
Here's the
We
rub,
weren't
though.
followed.
We were not followed. There's also a freight elevator.
Oh,
So
right.
if the-
you mentioned
You
that.
stole that gun from the guy.
If the perambulator doesn't explode
Does
within
it have
the
a
next
name
couple
on it?
days-
Does it have like initials carved into this?
What did you draw?
That's a really good
What
question.
did
Does
you
the gun have any like initials carved into it or anything? Okay, I was about to be like, oh no. Oh,
There's
no.
a freight elevator that apparently leads to wherever they're transporting perambulators.
What'd you say about Edivarians?
They're funding.
They're funding the Bjorn gang,
Why?
who's forcing Lena, your girlfriend,
Well,
to
Is that
steal.
what she told you?
Yes. Well, she didn't mention the Edivarians because she doesn't know.
it
And how did you
she
know
said-
that
it
was
sounded
Edivarian?
like
The perambulators had Edivarian flags, so unless the Bjorn gang
Oh.
somehow stole perambulators from overseas, they're being funded by them.
Unless,
or just
This is all speculation, and we'll know more when we go down the freight
Unless-
elevator and see what's in the Undercity.
unless maybe the unless maybe the Bjorn Gang is hiding behind the Edvarians and they are doing their own thing and blaming it on them.
This is all speculation.
you said
We'll need to-
Lena, they were having Lena steal more expensive things. They probably just made a transaction with the Edivarians. Not necessarily being funded by them, but
Well, that would be funding.
So
they're
where are
funding
the
them.
not
Edivarians
like
getting
sponsorship though.
And
Wait, so where would
Their
the
purpose-
Edivarians be getting
The
perambulators?
Edivarians aren't just going to give
They
them
have their
things.
own
They're making it available
army.
to them.
the bomb that you made in a perambulator that will explode when it's turned on is in the same warehouse as this freight elevator.
That's why I prefaced.
And you want us to go back in and go down this freight elevator.
Are you planning on starting the perambulator when we're
No,
there?
But what happens if someone comes
There's going to be
while
another
we're
way
in
out.
the freight elevator?
You think
and
that the
we're-
only way in and out of the Undercity
I'm
is
just
one
saying.
freight elevator, Yannick?
I'm just saying.
I understand. We
Set
set
a
the bomb
bomb.
before we found the freight elevator.
Good to know.
Sorry, it's a lot. There's a lot going on today in my life. I didn't mean to
We
outburst.
did one thing today.
I said in my life.
I'm sorry.
Not getting enough sleep.
Are you
should
okay?
Sleep more, bro.
I
You've got like bags
Like a rock.
under your.
That's the rub. I understand that we
Quite
may
a
have done
rub.
things unconventionally, but I trust Lena, and I am meeting her tomorrow for possibly more information.
Or one of us can meet her tomorrow. Whoever will draw the least attention.
If you are trying to meet her regularly,
Maybe Oliver wants to.
You
Neither of you are going.
send her to the clinic. I told her to come back to fix her hand.
Well, then we will meet her at the grocery store and send her to you.
She should just go
But the
back to
grocery-
Are you sure she should
Um,
know that you are with us?
It closes at 5.
That actually might be good. You might be able to get different information.
Only on
out of her.
Mondays.
Only on Monday.
Oh, right, it closes at 5. I forgot.
She seemed pretty closed off for me.
What were her injuries?
Her hand.
A couple of lacerations in her knuckles.
Like she was hitting something?
Like she broke the glass in the window of the warehouse.
Why
Did
did
you?
she, like,
Why- yeah, well,
use a
that's
rock or
it's
So
such
maybe
an
she broke
idiot.
it
Why
and then
didn't she
went and
cover
got-
her hand and do like
So maybe she punched the glass and then
she
went to get her hand checked and then came back? That doesn't make sense.
She punched the glass and was
Yeah,
like,
right.
"Oh, I gotta go to the clinic."
Something's not
Went to the
adding up
clinic
as
and then
to-
came back.
It wasn't a pleasant wound.
That's
Oh.
crazy. Why didn't she just break it with
That
anything
is
else?
funny.
She had a crowbar from outside. Wow, this girl might be dumb.
The girl I saw was a
Right,
child.
watch what you're saying.
Listen, She's a child. She's not some spy or some soldier.
I mean,
She looked pretty stressed to me, but yeah,
She
maybe
was.
She was young.
Her face gave away her every.
I did draw
every
blood
detail.
with my knife, but I didn't take a Hippocratic oath, so I feel
What
like
are you
I'm
saying?
fine.
What is the Hippocratic oath?
Whatever the version of the Hippocratic oath is.
that didn't exist.
Right, that didn't
Falstat
exist.
doesn't have one.
Do we agree that we need to explore the underbelly?
I do. We
Definitely
did tell her that we might be coming back tonight, so maybe tonight wouldn't be a good day to do
No,
that.
we're not going tonight.
We can make it not explode too.
No,
we
we
can
should keep
undo.
the bomb. I like the bomb.
Did we tell her that there was a bomb?
We alluded to it
Yeah,
exploding.
I did.
If she tells them that there
She's
is
not going to tell them.
if they
Did you
can get
see-
her brother back though.
She knows that they're gonna lie.
If,
Well, you didn't get what we got.
I'm sorry, what?
We connected.
What?
She
I
trusts
was the
me.
one feeding you all of the questions to ask her.
Me and her, she knows I'm gonna get her brother back, or I'll die trying, and I mean that.
How do you plan to get her brother back? You don't even know where he
I
is.
said I would do my best.
Since when did you care?
I didn't say I would get her brother back.
Since
I
when
said
did
I
you
would
care
do
about some
everything I
stranger's
could
brother?
because it's for the mission. She's our best chance at understanding what's going on.
You baffle me.
It makes sense. It's payment for a job. If we're looking for information, we have to give her something.
That is true, but how are we going to do that? We don't have any leads on where her brother could be.
What did we learn in boot camp?
She's just upset
A lot.
because she's
Do
the one that
everything
gave the brother over,
possible to finish the
and
mission,
it's no take
even if
backsies.
it means you die. I'm finishing the mission.
A plus. Good job.
Maybe you should start with the large risks.
Lodge risks for why?
They're probably the ones who have a brother.
So we don't want to explore the underbelly. You're right,
We can split up.
but we sold him. Wait, we don't know that. Back up. We don't know that that's the guy.
We don't.
No.
But the only
But
the only conflict in this town is that. Yes?
Well,
Between in the old city that we know of.
So what if
hey, remember the guy that we sold? What's his name? Oh, his name's Jeff. Never mind. Is that how that's gonna go?
No.
Did you
What
get
I'm
a
saying
name
is
for
that
a
We
how
did.
do you get close to the Lodgers King? And
Algiers.
and if we can figure out how to do that, then maybe we can have a lead on her brother, and maybe we can have more information as to what the Bjorn gang might be planning. Some sort of the Lodgers gang attacked this building, which means that the Bjorn gang's next hit is going to be on a similar building in the Lodgers family. Yes? So how can we get in quickly to the Lodgers gang and help
I don't like
them
getting
gain our...
overly involved with the Lodrisk gang
I
because I
don't like
don't
it
think
as-
they would hesitate killing us for no reason.
That is
Especially
true,
if they find
but
out that
we
we're
did-
trying to make peace in the old city, which it doesn't seem like they're a fan
But
of
we did
peace
do
in the
them a
old city.
favor, and they don't have to know.
And
Yeah,
they
but
are
no
backed
take
by Falstat.
backsies.
We're not
If we try
trying
to
to.
take backsies,
They are backed by Falstat.
We're not trying to make peace in the old city anymore.
we
That was
have
an
to
old
offer
job.
them something.
Well, we're trying to get to the bottom.
The mission
of
takes
the
precedence,
crimes.
yes?
Just information.
I'm just saying we need. Yes,
They're not just gonna
We
hand
can
them over.
contact. We can come in contact with the Lodrisks. We just need to be very careful, which I trust you all do. Some more than others.
When is our next meeting with Mikhail?
Mondays.
Every Monday.
Yes.
Weekly at noon
Right.
on whatever date that he comes.
Well, I'll be here. I don't know about all you working class folks.
I think before we go down any elevator shafts, we should tell him everything we know.
That's a
Wait.
good idea.
I thought we weren't supposed to tell him what we know. I thought he
Why
wasn't
is he a
supposed.
contact?
I thought he wasn't supposed to.
He is an informant.
Informant. Okay.
So
Oh,
he-
gotcha.
I thought we
he
weren't
is
supposed to.
providing you.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not supposed to give him any
Confidential.
information.
Well, in that case, we need
But
to
we can
send
we
a
can try to
report
glean
to
information from him.
the base, and let. This just seems like it's above our pay grade. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed. If anything were to
It
happen to
seems
us,
like we're-
they should at least know the information that we got.
Right. if there's a bomb involved, Cricket
'Cause what
is
if
very
they don't-
skilled. I just am worried that more than the warehouse will blow up.
I've been reading the Reshik handbook,
It shouldn't be that.
and
They
it
have-
says to
It's just-
do whatever it takes.
It's
to
just a
complete the mission.
gasoline
You should
explosion,
send,
so it shouldn't be.
Were there
letter
any
to
other things that were
Leopold.
flammable in that warehouse?
I
Lydia,
already
get me today's,
it's already done.
and I'll add my scribbles to the end,
I didn't open all the boxes.
and I'll basically put that we plan to investigate the underbelly of the city, and potentially contact. Well, yes, we will contact the Lodrisks to see if they have any idea where this specific individual is. Anything else I should put in this letter?
No, but you should rewrite that in code.
What?
That.
The whole thing?
You don't want
Oh,
anyone just to
That
know
is very
that.
true. I
No,
can
whoa. We'll hand deliver it to.
Fitz knows what we were working on.
We'll hand deliver it to the boot camp base, and then they.
They
Not
don't
in
know
transit,
what
though.
we're here for.
They don't know.
Okay.
We're
let's do it.
reporting to Leopold.
I rewrite it in the new code that Fitz and I were developing.
New code. Oh, Fitz and you. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how is he gonna know the
No.
code?
Fitz and I were working on something. and
Okay, I
so-
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
And for some reason, I can understand this code perfectly, even though I can't read. Like I'm Percy Jackson.
And with that, as
What
the
are the-
movie ends
what's
for the
next?
night, I think we're gonna call it there. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight for this episode. It was a fun one.
Oh.
All right. With that, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the table.
How can it be that as I roam, thy mercy follows me? Ne'er do I walk without thy grace, thy light abundant be. For great a sinner as am I, cannot thy will obey. But thou didst strike thy only Son, and made for me a way. In times of strife, when sorrows meet, and evil wins the day, I gaze upon thy heavenly seat, and darkness rolls away. Where can I go but to thy hand? It shields me in the fight. For all the days I walk this land, thou art my song at night. And when this heart shall beat its last, no more this air to breathe, thy call